Okay, I think we're on. We are live. There is no music for now because the music will be substituted by a lot of critical role. I'm okay. Hi everybody, welcome to another by Pen and Paper Streams. We are back to some gunpla. This time it's going to be a special Valentine's deal. Oh Jesus, we're building a waifu. We're building Fumina. Or Super Fumina Titans maid version, as it says in the box. The thing is, the moment I saw it on Ami and like those used, or like not used, but pre-owned section. Actually, yeah, it's pre-owned section. The moment I saw it, I was like, yep, yoink, fine. Don't get price, just yoink. Get it. I don't think I saw it anywhere else. It could be a Bandai special or something like that. Doesn't say anything on it, which is weird. It doesn't look like it's like a common model. I didn't really see it sold or something like that. It's not like a hobby in Japan, all that. So it's hobby. So maybe, but it's gonna be the first kind of this kind of like a model. I know there is like frame arms girls and all other stuff. But this is kind of the first one I got, and I think they could be interchangeable if I'm not mistaken on my engineering of this thing. Any case, let's cue in the interesting stuff I'm gonna listen to while I'm building all of this, and get to snip snapping. You don't want to listen to me, trust me. Just wanna
keep it quiet.
Okay.
There's gravites that'll tear his flesh off.
That's fair.
Oops.
We'll head down towards the water.
Sure.
In the direction of the waterfall.
Okay.
Looking for a path.
Avoiding the little.
All right. Kind of marching order, please.
Caleb in the middle.
Do we want the nature boys to walk up front?
I'll keep we can have perception in the front and perception in the back if you want.
I'll
so.
be up front with Caduceus since
Okay.
I've gotten his blessing right
Okay,
now.
is Caduceus in the front or is Ford in the front?
It'll be
Caduceus and Bo in the front.
in the front.
You got it. And then Ford, where are you?
I will be behind them.
Alrighty. And
So
then
many eyes.
Caleb after that.
So many eyes.
Oh
Man, it's a mullet. Business in the front, Ford in the back.
I'll follow Jester, and that's
I
good.
will follow you.
Know it's coming. Alright.
Oh.
Stepping through the thick jungle underbrush, pushing past any strange, colorful ferns or brightly colored fruit, of which there are a few plants that seem to produce some vibrant-looking delicacies.
Oh man.
It's so tempting.
This is a
The
snack.
soft motes that describe mice is kind of gently floating through, not like a cluster of them, but every like 10 feet there'll be like 2 or 3 that kind of drift by, not acknowledging your presence. You go past a few trees, and as Caduceus and Bo make their way
Yeah,
around
looks
one
like it.
edge, you come upon the waterfall. That's cascading over rocks at the base of this mountain. You're unable to really see the source. It gets hazy further and further up, blocking any sight of the actual source of this river or fall, but you see as it breaks
Face,
over the rocks below,
hair.
it empties into a beautiful pool, maybe about 40, 50 feet across.
Really pretty.
Is it possible that there are things hidden behind the waterfall?
Yeah, in a lot of
always
the
things
books that I
hidden
read,
behind
that's where a lot of
waterfalls.
the lovers go, and there's always like a little
We have to
secret
check behind the waterfall.
cove, and they,
Why don't you and
take
Ford
off
check
their
it out?
clothes behind the waterfall.
Maybe you and Ford should go.
Or maybe we should all stick together and just be, clever about this. I mean,
We probably
my
should all
never mind. I
stick
don't know.
together,
But
Probably.
yeah.
Yeah. Towards the waterfall.
Is the water, other than the pressure from the waterfall, there's no weird movements in there? Can't see. Can you see the bottom of it? Is it crystal clear? Is it
You make a perception check as you guys approach it.
I'll make a perception
Guide
check.
you, I'm guiding you.
Thank you.
What?
All right. Yeah.
I can guide you.
It's do we want to cast magic around here? Or do we not want to cast magic around here?
Do it.
I would try to avoid it.
I already said I was doing it. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you cast guidance and touch Caduceus. You may take your guidance roll.
Yeah,
I mean, it helped too, but 17.
Fine.
17. Okay.
Oh. Oh.
As you cast the spell and pull your hand back, there's that brief
Okay.
spark as you utter the.
No? Okay, I didn't expect this. I was gonna comment if there is any like joint plates, because I don't think I've seen any. The standard joint plates, a plate with the standard joints, with the soft plastic. With the line to it? Oh, there is. The deck. Yeah, they're kind of. But not the ones I used to. Oh, there's a lot more. Sure. Wow. Okay. But this is the thing that really look. This is soft. This is really soft plastic, which is kind of. I mean, for this being the skirt, the tail. There's the tail. I didn't expect this. This is a surprise. I'm gonna leave this for later. I'm gonna work on the head and stuff. This is a bit more thicker. Okay, yes, we have a stand, we have extra weapons, extra shields, we have instructions. Is there gonna be anything left over? Yes, it is. Quite a lot, apparently, in the section. Engineering, how does it do? It seems like it is. It seems like it's gonna fit with other stuff. Yeah, switching eyes. Yeah. There is a lot of stuff we can play around with. And there is. I know it's upside down because that's how I set up the camera. I can't really set it up behind me. So I'm gonna leave these, which you don't need right now, or most of the stuff. Move those. I'm gonna focus on the things that I probably need the most. I'm not gonna start with the head because that seems very specific. I was gonna say we'll do hook joints. So, Jesus, that's all it. No, that's the body. Start from the body. And the head has a lot of options, and then you go arms and the rest of the things. Yeah, let's start with the body. That's pretty simple enough. Okay, what do we need? We need A's, PCs, and B's. B. This is something that fell off from somewhere. Oh, here. Okay. C1, that.
Phrase beneath your breath in support, and you remember, shit. And all of you glance upward, and the nearby might suddenly go, and all stop about a foot away from Jester, and then keep floating. There wasn't enough of a pull to keep a source going for the cantrip that she cast.
The cantrip.
Long, bigger than a cantrip.
Let's not test that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to do like another cantrip right now, you know what I mean? Consider
So you rolled a 17?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. it might
Looking
be
at the edge of the water, it's murky and you can see thick algae banks, but there is what looks like the algae almost seems to turn into a vortex or some sort of a opening that continues down into darkness at the base of this pond, about 30, 40 feet down. You also do see just beyond the edge of the waterfall, there's an area of the rocks where looks like there's a slight opening that could possibly be walked beyond the water, but you're not sure if it's a cavern or just a gap.
Let's check. I have a funny feeling that there's several different exits. Maybe let's try the one
It
behind
could
the
take us.
waterfall.
At least, you know, we might have an idea.
What was that?
You hear this, you hear this, you hear this, you hear this little
It's just a frog.
Is that a frog?
I'm looking at the bank.
Okay. You see a tiny frog there on the edge.
Hey, Mr. Frog.
From other sources, and you glance up towards the rocks on the edge of the waterfall, and you think you see something ducked down behind a rock.
No chance.
Be on alert.
We can just keep this cool, is there?
Oh no.
We should stop moving.
We
Should
didn't
start
let's
moving
move. Let's move.
towards,
Where are we
towards
going?
that,
Why,
towards behind
Okay,
the
no,
waterfall.
stay
Behind the waterfall?
close to the waterfall without going on the water, or do we have to swim through?
You could attempt to climb up on the side if you'd like.
Yeah.
How big are these frogs?
They're little.
You saw a handful of small frogs, but the sounds you're hearing aren't coming from the frogs in the bank.
Oh, fuck. Good, cool, sweet. Let's keep going.
Yeah, move.
I'm gonna dash across the water.
What?
Okay.
We can walk on water.
So you dart across, and as you make a perception check.
5, 6.
6.
Oh God.
You go running across the way. You guys see not.
Not what do you? I wouldn't just. Go.
No joke. The water begins to break from underneath as some large hulking shape rises up from beneath the
gets eaten.
pond.
Oh God.
Are we gonna fight now, Bullet?
We are going to call out our actions before we did them.
Oh God.
Why would you do
Why
that
would
in
you
that
do that?
bubble?
I don't even-
There were things on the land.
24.
So to hit?
Yes.
Yes, it hit.
All right.
Well,
We're about to.
I mean, we
Why
wanted
not?
to
It's
go
gonna
fly
be-
fishing while we were here, right? Let's use the goblin as bait. Sure.
And use your whip.
Do you have
Alrighty.
Use your whip, quick. Try to catch Knot.
Well,
Lord
this is
whip?
happening.
this is happening. This is a
happening?
surprise
Sorry.
against Knot. So you suffer 18 points of piercing damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Okay.
The reach is 10 feet. It's not
And-
like that.
Knot is no longer visible as a giant green creature's toothy maw, I got to use it again, collapses around Knot's form and then comes to rest a bit in the water as
Fucking dildo.
green tendrils begin to wrap around. I need you guys to roll initiative.
But I thought that the things were on land.
No, you didn't. You fucking knew. You ran across the water.
He said it was
across the water.
and beautiful. You never trust beauty in D&D.
This comment is powered by Dwarven Forge, Marisha. You don't have to be a troll every time. I'm not being a troll. I thought that the thing was on land. Check out the latest and greatest from Dwarven Forge at dwarvenforge.com.
Look at this waterfall.
It's really
As you guys are moving around the side of the waterfall here,
Look how small the pool was. You.
which the order of things you guys have been, marching order would have been here.
Try and keep our magic to a minimum.
Oh yeah, you can't get much.
Great, so I will be clapping and cheering for this
Yep.
battle.
Yep. All of us.
I can hand you a weapon.
Oh my god!
Is it?
Is not
It is you.
visible anymore.
What is that?
So,
What is that? That
Oh God.
25 to 20.
Oh, I didn't even roll initiative. I'm still in shock.
24.
20.
All right. Fudge. 20 to
you roll?
15.
Yeah, we're
15.
16.
All right.
Oh my God.
15 was Chester.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4 was 16.
All right.
12.
12.
And then,
What the fuck is that thing?
No, it's not marvelous.
all
It
right.
looks cool.
Caduceus, you,
Oh.
with your passive perception,
I said it first to take it off my fingers.
You want it? Yeah.
More
You
enemies.
want the dagger?
I don't know. I want to use magic. I want to use my vast array of spells.
You crunch the pretzel into
all right.
Is the
So,
lightning
top of the
okay?
round. Beauregard, as you watch the splash, and it kind of rests itself in the water there itself, its form taking up a large portion of the pond. In fact, it may very well have been the base of this pond, consumed not in one bite. Not, you are currently considered blind and restrained.
Sure, sure.
What are you doing, Bo?
No, he ain't not. And then I'm gonna flip forward, and I'm also going to just like skip off of the water, and I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna do like a front flippy kicky thingy to his face.
Okay, make an acrobatics check.
Yeah, okay.
Trying to avoid the water.
That's Krav Maga. Kicky thing.
22.
22. You, using your movement to move over, you flip and then land right in front of its face, is where you're doing the impact there.
Yeah,
so go ahead and roll the
come
attack.
down with like a big slap.
Go for
Pop, pop. 2 attacks. Okay, 23 for the first and 21
It'd be
for
funny
the
if
second.
this monster was like
Go to roll
actually
damage.
I'm gonna
visits
use
pet
my
or something.
Fists
That's how he faded.
here.
He just goes, oh no, why am I hitting me in
Okay.
the face?
First attack is 11 damage.
Alright.
Stunning strike.
Stunning strike.
Come on, you bitch.
That is a 21. 21, unfortunately.
Jesus. Okay.
Big,
Second
good
is
constitution.
9 damage.
9 damage. Alrighty.
Stunning strike.
It's bad, stunning stick.
That is 18.
Fuck. This constitution is high.
It's a pretty beefy creature.
Yep.
Got bonus action still.
And then bonus attack. I'm going to attack.
Regular attack?
Just a regular attack.
Go for it. Make a third strike.
Actually, no,
Did you already damage it?
I did.
Okay.
Patient defense.
Patient defense. You got it. So you go into a defensive stance across this massive creature, which now you see it as it emerges from the water. It's glistening like green, leathery, slick hide, almost slimy as the water kind of pours off of it. You can see this massive jaw from corner to corner is about 6 feet. And at the top of its head, this rising arm-like protrusion ends in 3 eye stalks that all blink with these ghastly-looking yellow eyes. You see multiple tendrils off of its body as its large tongue kind of thrashes around the outside of its mouth, nowhere to be seen within its jaws.
Can I get extract aspects from that?
You did not use your
Didn't use it? Okay.
use your bonus action to use your patient defense. So.
Okay, okay.
All right, Caleb, you're up next.
Caleb is going to back away maybe 20 feet, sizing up the situation, looking at the beast, looking at the little bug motes
Okay.
in
As
the
you
air.
move out of its combat range, one of its tentacles whips towards you as a reaction.
I was far enough away.
Figuring
You
out
thought
for
you
us.
were?
Yeah, I
but
thought
you're
it was.
not.
But you
But you're not. That's a 15 to hit.
Shield.
can is that a cantrip?
All right.
Doing it.
Yeah. That deflects the attack. All the local mites all of a sudden flash and glow. You nothing yet on that point, but
Yeah, and I've been looking at the insects as I back up, and no time to find out like the present, and I slap bat guano and sulfur together,
Ooh, no.
and a massive ball of flame appears in my hands, and I chuck a fireball through the air, and set it off 15 feet up and behind.
Why? Why?
15
You
feet
you
up and behind?
Yeah, so it just hits his backside, burns
Right
his
there,
ass. Close enough to him to burn his ass, but away from the group.
got you. No worries. You release the sphere. Detonates on the side of the mountain. You can see rocks go flying, and an area of the tree over here suddenly ignites, and the tree's starting to burn and crumble inward. You hear a handful of shrieks as a couple of figures that were apparently lurking on this side are going to take some damage. So go ahead and roll damage on that.
I'm gonna be incinerated. That's over. Oh, Jesus,
It's,
that's over.
14. It does not make it.
No, 18 fire damage.
Got you.
And here come the bugs.
Second. Okay. All right. You see one burning body tumble off and hit the ground over here. A kind of somewhat humanoid, shorter than a normal human, but kind of rotund-looking frog-like creature. Also, the flames managed to impact the large hulking creature, and it didn't even attempt to move, but it didn't seem to have the impact you were hoping.
That's different than no impact, right?
No, it did some damage.
Good to know.
That's your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Now, various glowing scribe mites in the vicinity descend upon Caleb. Caleb, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
What is this gonna do?
Or be eaten.
Constitution, you say?
Correct.
20.
20, okay. You manage to shrug off the majority of the impact, only taking 6 points
Ooh, that's good.
of lightning damage. But you watch as a cloud of 12 of them adhere to him and then spark. And in doing so, send a surge of energy through Caleb's body, past the shield that he had up. And you watch as he shudders for a second before they detach. And they fade away, seemingly sated. More seem to be slowly filling the clouded area around you, drawn towards the expenditure of arcane spellcraft. That finishes their
Well,
go forward. You're up.
arcane.
Yeah, I will.
But it's a divine.
Oh shit! I'll run forward and summon the
He's-
Star Razor, and I will
He's
take 2 arcing upward swings into mutant frog fuck.
All right, you got it. Moving up, blade gleaming blue silver across its front end.
Oh,
Making
he's
strikes.
technically arcane and divine.
That is a 23 to hit,
That definitely hits.
and the second one is a 14 to hit.
That does hit.
14.
Actually, no, 14 just misses. Sorry.
Okay.
Just
Okay, this is not
That's 13
Is that the
points
noble or
of
not
slashing
noble? What's
damage.
the
I'm sorry,
almost
15
like
points of
noble?
slashing damage.
No.
15 points of slashing damage. You got it.
toys.
That's it.
Probably because
All right.
And that is my turn. I'll stay there. Oh no! No!
All right, shut up.
With my bonus action, I will say the command word Galas Var and cause it to ignite in that blue light.
Alrighty.
wasting a lot
So
of
now you watch
resources.
the blade
Early.
suddenly burst into vibrant blue, white, radiant energy. The runes along its blade lighting up along its edge until the tip seems to gleam, releasing the faint bit of energy it released as it was summoned and invoked. The area around Ford is now lit up. There's like this kind of radial faint glow, like a blue torchlight around him.
Yeah.
That finishes Ford's turn. Jester, you're up.
Okay. As an action, I'm going to channel divinity that I hope is not like magic, and I'm going to cast invoke duplicity.
Okay.
Just blasting.
Where you wanna
Yeah,
place?
biggest
I'm
spells.
gonna send her around
Not
to
like
the
it
back side of
a line over
of
here,
the frog. Like
Right.
and
around
again
there.
up front.
Dancing on the surface of the water.
But I'm not gonna
You got
do it. I'm not gonna. These I'm
and
gonna
then as
do
my
just
bonus
eyes
action,
mostly, probably. But I will see.
After seeing what happened to Caleb, I'm gonna cast spiritual weapon at 2nd level.
Okay.
And I'm gonna cast it right next to him, and he's gonna slam
Whereabouts?
the yeah.
Which side of him do you want it to be?
On the outside, yeah,
Right there?
yeah.
Okay, so these
Alright.
are the basic moves
And
that
it's
now
gonna
we're
try to
gonna
smack
be
him
adding
upside the
like
eyeballs
the cool
on top of his
around
head.
and
Okay.
Oh boy.
yeah, this.
Okay.
The mites are gathering in your direction.
So
We'll come to that later.
it's gonna
Okay.
be
That would be
no,
a
this is
20 to hit.
20 hits. Go ahead and roll
Nice.
damage.
Okay.
There's the
Okay.
this
11 points of damage.
11 points of damage.
BB
Remember when you were outside the monster?
No.
So,
B19.
after the duplicate of Jester appears on the opposite side, you see one of the eye stalks curl over and kind of glance in her direction. The others two still facing forward towards the rest of the group. As she lands, the swirl of divine energy summons the lollipop in the air as it slams into its blubbery side.
And I can make it with my duplicate like any of my spells are coming from her. So I'm hoping
That's why
that
its eye is turned towards
yeah,
it.
so I'm hoping that the casting of the spell is centered on her instead of me.
Okay.
That's the goal.
That's the goal. All right, that finishes Jester's turn. It's now the
Still,
creature's
you are a
turn.
divine caster. You should
That's
be
cool.
So, it's going to go ahead and make 2 tentacle strikes. One of its tentacles is going to reach out and slap. Actually, one of them's going to go forward towards you, Ford, and the other one's going to go against Beauregard. Against Ford, that is a 25 to hit.
Whoa, that hits.
Beauregard's a 21.
Disadvantage.
Oh, that's right, because you have. That was a 25. So yeah, it still hit 21. Does that hit?
Yes.
All right. So to the tentacles, whip each of you. That'll put it at here. Oh,
He made a
24 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Ford.
Tapped because you're raging.
Yeah, because you're rich.
26 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Beauregard.
Matt,
2 tentacles.
when
And-
he hits me, the sword will pulse blue, and he will take 3 points of radiant damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
Eat it.
As the tentacle slaps on the side of you, you see this blue flash of light, and it retracts with this kind of burn, scorching mark across the side of the tip. It kind of adjusts within the pool, like you're only seeing kind of the upper half of its body. It kind of moves a bit, its
Could've
legs kind of
just
kicking,
walked that out.
the water splashing around it as it shifts, and it sees Caduceus and Caleb over there rushing away. It's going to open its mouth, and the tongue is going to whip out towards you, Caduceus.
Okay.
Oh yeah, actually, you have to make a strength saving throw.
I have to make a strength
What?
saving throw?
Is he gonna grab you with his tongue?
That seems
Come on in.
fair. Nope.
Slaps into you, and it doesn't hurt so much as just catches you off guard. But the tongue is adhered to your chest armor and then yanks you into the
That is
water,
like a frog.
next to it, and in towards its mouth. It gets a free bite attack against you
That's
What's
fine.
in
as a bonus action.
This guy's hard.
That's going to be a 28 to hit.
A 28 to hit?
Yeah.
Somehow that misses. Just kidding, that hits.
Rolled
Yeah.
really high.
What do I got, man?
That is
Yeah, but look at that water.
I know.
25 points of piercing damage, and Caduceus is swallowed.
Oh God, could you
Matt, did you add the cotton to the waterfall?
No, it comes with it.
Oh, God.
Ask your
It's
question.
fucking gorgeous.
Oh boy.
Also, Nut, you are in a dark enclosed space and suffer only 4 points of acid damage as you are being digested within its belly.
It's safer in here than out there.
It is. It's fucking safe to be so.
And right as the acid burns into you, and you're like starting to get yourself ready, something heavy lands on you.
Sorry, I'm joining you.
It's now both of your guys' turn.
It's Jesus.
I gotta trust that you'll get us out of here.
Yeah, that's adorable.
I
Go ahead.
assume I'm too restrained to like get a weapon out or anything.
You can get a weapon out if you want to. You can't move. Your speed is 0.
Crossbow?
Come on, you've been in an anus before.
Yeah, it's like you can pull an object out, but like any attacks or ability checks are a disadvantage, and your speed is 0.
Okay, I will jimmy the crossbow out and just kind of shoot straight down.
Okay, you're just hoping to aim for somewhere sensitive in its anatomy.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make an attack roll with disadvantage.
Disadvance.
Yes.
11 and a 12, both plus, this is the crossbow, right? So plus 10, so 21.
That does hit.
Nice!
Fine.
This is tricky.
Well, no, because it's either with advantage or if you have a friend who's who's adjacent to it, and so it is technically distracted.
Sneak attack damage?
Honestly,
I mean, you're on
I'd say yes because
no
you're
one
shooting.
expects
There's
acid
no
reflux.
armor protecting its hide. You are shooting it from the inside of its body. So yeah.
Okay.
Sneaky attack.
Then I will hit it with 6, 7, 8. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what damage.
26 points of piercing damage.
How are they doing so much
Plus, I'll
damage?
add the extra plus 10 of Fury of the Small.
Thank you.
36 damage.
6 points of damage. As you reach down,
Level 10.
and you hear the crossbow release of an impact, and suddenly it begins to quake from the inside.
Just all get swallowed.
Fight this thing from the inside out?
Go to sleep, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
It does manage to keep you down, though.
Oh.
Just barely like on the dot. So you guys are both still kept inside. Its muscles are crushing and restraining you both. The acid's beginning to burn and tear away at the flesh and skin. Rest of your turn.
I mean, I'm gonna assume that I cannot reload the thing in here.
You can it's all quick motion. You're not like you're not tied. You're just
Not
pressed
like you were
in. So you're like
I can reload?
Yeah.
Alright, bonus action, shoot again. Shit.
you're still disadvantaged on the strike though.
Yes. Oh, 1 and a 2.
Yeah.
Miss.
So roll again because on a 1. the disadvantage.
Oh, you're right.
It attacks you.
Oh, that's
so,
right.
in trying to get it situated on the inside, unknowingly, you set the crossbow backwards and fire. Go ahead and make an attack roll against yourself. Attack rolls against you have advantage, technically. You have disadvantage, so no, it's just a straight roll.
Well, it was a 1. So I get 1 point of damage on
Oh,
myself.
that's good.
Okay.
It was a little teeny.
Yeah. Like, grazes you off the shoulder, like, ah, shit. All right.
Maybe I hit Caduceus.
Caduceus, your turn.
Well, this sucks.
I bet if you do magic from the inside,
Oh yeah.
I know.
they can't attack you.
So,
Attack the frog.
just for fun, since I'm stuck in here, can I cast a spell? Actually, there's no movement. This is verbal and somatic. There's no actual movement to this spell, so this is easy.
Somatic
Still
is
motion and still move on the inside. You're just.
Oh, I'm gonna cast Ray of Enfeeblement.
Okay. So as you begin muttering your incantation from underneath the spell, release. What's it have to roll?
It's a Constitution save.
All right. Natural 1. Even with its high constitution, natural 1. So it fails. It is enfeebled.
Yep.
You remember Bullfrog?
And then I'm going to drop the spell. It stays up even after I dropped it because it's an effect, right? No, I have to hold it.
No, it says concentration.
Yeah, okay, so I have to hold it. That's
Yeah,
fine.
you do have to. You do lose your advantage on your.
Intelligence checks. Big deal.
It's a frog.
Yeah, so, and then I have a bonus action. There's not much I can do with my bonus action, is there really? Yeah. I don't really have anything to do with the bonus action, so.
All right, that ends your turn.
Yep.
Okay. You watch as a series of the mites begin to suddenly shift and gravitate towards the creature.
No fucking way.
Oh my god.
All right.
What happens if
It
you
really
get
did work.
electrocuted on the inside, though?
Now,
We're gonna find out.
a bunch of similarly sized frog-like humanoids with spears and shields and clubs start rushing out of the nearby trees and bushes, apparently drawn by the croaks of this larger beast, and slowly hunting you from the distant sides of this jungle.
Oh shit.
Wow, he's gonna fucking murder him.
Can we tell how deep that like pool of water is? It's kind of shallow-ish.
More
right?
fireballs.
Elements of it are about 10 to 15 at the very edge, and then it dips down to 30 or 40 below.
Got it.
Let's keep this whole fucking monster.
Oh god, there are so many of them.
How do we get out of here?
Sorry,
those
there
are
we go. I got 2 more and then we're done.
A bunch of them died over here from the fireball before they even had a chance. All right.
Those are ugly motherfuckers.
Well, just fireball them again.
10, 15, 20. Sweet.
A D
To Caleb there. Oh god, the tree.
2 8.
Trees keep falling.
Trees are probably trying to.
Trees keep falling.
Oh boy.
This guy's gonna do 5, 10, 15, 20. Can do a standing leap and just kind of jumps without having to lose any movement and lands right next to Ford. While this one here is gonna go ahead and throw a spear towards you, Ford.
Oh, it is.
Spear.
It's actually a skin.
That's a 12.
Misses.
All right.
No issue. The one that rushed up towards you is going to attempt to make two melee attacks. One with its spear, one with its bite. Spear attack against you.
Okay.
15.
Misses.
It misses. The spear glances off and it's up in your face, and you can see the giant mouth, the bullfrog mouth, open with sharp, jagged teeth, and it's going to attempt to bite you. That is going to be a 21.
Does hit. Use your words.
You suffer 7 points of piercing damage as that bites onto your face.
And he will take 1 point of radiant damage.
There you go. Sorry, that would have been 5 points of damage.
You got it.
The 2 against you, Caleb. Both making a spear strike against you. You still have your high AC.
Because it's the same
Shield
round.
lasts for the next round. They 21 and 20.
Both hit.
Both hit.
Both hit.
Oh wow, even with the thing.
Yeah,
Okay,
only to 19 with shield.
fair enough.
I do hope
So you
you're not hearing the
suffer
drilling that somebody decided to do in the middle of a fucking day. No.
16 points of piercing damage from both strikes as you get speared from both sides. And they're both going to attempt to make a bite attack on you.
Oh, good.
That's going to be a 12 and a 14. So those both miss you. The spears stabbing you from each side, and as they both kind of push in, you manage to shove them over off to the side, and they can't even find purchase with their teeth. There is the one now that's going to be on this side, throwing a spear at the illusionary jester.
Hua, 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 hua.
Disappears into the waterfall.
Eat shit, frog person.
Hold on.
The one back there is going to throw a spear at main jester. That's going to be a 22 to hit.
Let's go with
Ow.
Let's go with
And with that, you suffer 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay, do I need to roll a constitution
do.
for?
Well, no, for spiritual weapon, you do not. It's not
And yeah, it's not concentration, but the invoke duplicity is. It's
Technically, it's concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll Constitution saving throw. Maintain it.
5. Oh, and I took 4. No, how much did I take damage?
4 damage.
Well, what's your total with your Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, it's 5 with my constitution.
It's a 10 DC base or half the damage, whichever's higher.
Oh,
Or duplicity vanishes.
Great.
The one that threw the spear and missed it, they start celebrating. Thinking he killed it. He's so excited. The eye stalk that was behind wrenches back forward in your direction. That brings us to the top of the round. Beauregard, you are up.
I'm gonna keep wailing on this froggy frog. I'm gonna go whack whack right in his gut and be like, puke! Damn it!
Alrighty.
Yeah.
It's safer
Back
inside.
here. Okay, yeah, 25 and 23.
Both hit.
Okay, 10 damage and 11 damage. So
Nice.
21 damage total.
Total. Both fists are, it's like hitting the side of a giant whale. Like every impact, there is give, but there's so much weight and heft behind its blubbery mass that it almost hurts your hand with each impact. But it's doing damage, and you can see it kind of
Okay,
reacting to each hit.
flurry of blows.
Go for it. 2 more strikes.
Pop, pop. Bo, that's.
Did you say your own
bullshit.
name? Bo?
15 and 12.
15 and 12. 15 hits. 12 does not.
Okay, perfect. Oh God, 7 damage, and give me that.
Stunning
Give me
throw?
that. Give me them deets.
Stunning strike?
Back to aspects.
Oh, straight aspects.
Yes.
Alrighty. As you draw after the impacts of its body, you begin to align your key with the structure of its body, and as you pull you back for that final hit and impact it, you watch the ray of the force of the impact kind of blubber off of it like a ripple effect of water, Jurassic Park style. As you pull back, you realize it is resistant to fire and lightning.
Fire and lightning. Okay, I shout that out to the group. Avoid fire and lightning. Sorry, Kaylin.
We should avoid fire and lightning?
Yeah, he's immune, or the resistant.
He's
fire,
got fire and lightning.
He's, yeah. Terrible.
Okay. That ends Bo's turn.
go with
Caleb,
the
you're up.
I hear Beauregard shout not to use fire, and to myself I mutter panically, oh, tough titty, and I reach my hands into my bag, fingers going into a cat's cradle crusted over in phosphorus, which I slam down onto the ground and cast Widowgast's Web of Fire. A ring of flame goes around Caleb, and 5 chains of fire streak out at different enemies on the ground. The 2 frogmen next to me, the one in the distance over there, 2 come around this way, 1 to hit frogman there, and 1 to hit the big.
Alrighty.
Holy shit.
So it's a dexterity saving throw in that
Yeah.
one? Alrighty. Roll damage first.
Be pissed.
Or they're like, ooh. That's pretty cool. Let's just leave them. Damn. Come on, Gina.
Widowgast, verbo.
Maybe they're going for that
32.
for my face.
2. Alright. This fellow fails. You watch as these streaks of fire, they're almost like, imagine an extremely volatile fuse, like burning across the ground, snaking like they have a mind of their own, homing in on the target. And then once they arrive, a column of flame bursts out of the ground like a contained pillar of pure fire and death. You watch as it explodes under each of these creatures, burning, their shrieks ringing out. That one's destroyed. The 2 next to you said?
Yeah.
Failure. And failure.
Yes.
Yeah.
The one next to Ford succeeds with an 18, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, and was the damage total on that one?
32 total.
Yeah, so
Jeez, that's better than
16. He's looking real rough.
He also took damage from you from previously from attacking you as well.
1 point.
1 point.
Yeah, he's looking really rough.
Well done.
The one off that way you said? No, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the big guy.
Big frog.
He
Kill it.
20 takes half damage, correct? Which would be 16.
Quartered for him.
Yeah. So 8 points of fire damage. It bursts and kind of one of the two eye stalks look down real fast at where it's now burned and charred on one end and kind of look over in your direction.
And for his movement, he just starts running this way, going like
Which way?
this, in sort of a curve around, but not close to Big Frog.
Like keeping
Yeah, midway between these two.
25, 30, right there?
Yeah, sure.
You got
That's
it.
good.
Okay. It's now the mite's turn. Swarming on Jester, swarming on the creature, and swarming on you now, Caleb. No. That is 10 points of lightning damage to each of you.
Do we do con saves for this?
No, this just happens.
Oh, it just
casting
happens.
the spell.
10? Okay.
10 points of lightning damage to both of you.
So you get the same amount of damage if you do a level 1 or a level 5?
It appears that way.
Good to know.
You've learned possibly something here.
Learn in the fight. Learn in the fight.
There is the shocking impact on the creature right there. You watch it flash, and it takes a little bit of damage, but it seems to thrash around. Like it's, even though it didn't take a lot of damage, it's looks like its body is kind of spasming from the effect of the lightning strike on its body from the mites. That
It's
removes.
resistant to the lightning.
But not like
But the
immune.
mites.
So that brings us to Ford's turn.
Yes, right, well, cool beans. I will
I
take
need
2 more strikes with the Star Razor against Frog McGee.
Go for it.
That's 13, that sucks balls. 16, 17, 18. Oh, actually, the first one was a 14 because it's +2 when it's glowing. 14 still misses, right?
Actually, they both hit because of reasons.
Okay.
All right, I am a fan of reasons.
It seems sluggish in its attempt to resist your attacks from the previous mite assault that it took.
So the mites can
Mites
slow
can
you.
slow it down.
Reasons all day,
It's like
every day.
super
Is it-
like,
Lightning doesn't cause damage, but it does slow it.
or do the mites do extra
Or,
damage
it's
to it?
or maybe it's just the might.
But the mites didn't do that to you guys.
No.
30, no. 16 plus 17.
Yes,
30,
35.
30, yes.
33, sorry, 33.
Total. Slashing.
Yeah.
Nice. It is looking hurt. As you now seeing it shock and try
Ah,
to pull
I
back
get
into
it.
the water,
I get
and it
it.
looks
I
like it's
get it
trying to
now.
pull back to retract. You slice into its belly once. You see a bunch of this kind of dark purple ichor spill out and darken part of the water to its side. A second slash goes upward, and you actually cut into part of its
I get
lip.
it.
It's splitting down the middle, and you can see like the gums all bloody, and it's now leaking onto
If
its
I
side of its
use
belly.
the other one, if I use the
Is there
B20
a foot
Five
sticking up out of the
instead
back
of
of that
B-
maw?
Unfortunately, no. Pretty deep in its
I
stomach,
can
and it's a
put
very big
in
creature.
these shoulder.
Just for comparison here, like you're only seeing kind of the
things.
upper half of its belly right now, and even that's about 12 feet out of the water. So it's a big creature.
So, yes, you can have
There we go.
these.
That finishes Fort's turn. Unless you want to move or anything else.
No, I'm good, thank you.
Jester, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna hit it with the spiritual weapon.
Go for it.
And at the same time, I'm gonna run underneath and between Ford's legs. I'm gonna reach up with my hand and cast inflict wounds on it at the same time I hit it.
Okay.
Right on the spot that he was slashing.
All right, roll for an attack.
Okay. Is this
See,
my
there's any
spiritual?
ridges without.
Spiritual weapon is what this is.
That's cocked?
Yeah.
That didn't look like. Okay,
It was lifted.
okay, well that's better. That's 21.
21 spiritual weapon?
Yes.
That definitely hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah. 6.
6 points of damage. All right.
And
Then you
then
rush
inflict wounds.
forward. You end up wading a bit into the water when you get past Ford to kind of
Ready
push your way
cards.
towards the creature. Sploosh, sploosh, and reach outward. Go ahead and roll for your attack with your inflict wounds. Casting it at first level?
No, at second level.
Second level. Got it.
Ooh, that's definitely hits. That's 27.
27. Yes, that does hit.
Come on.
So that's
I think I'll go
4d6.
with no,
4d10.
4d10.
Inflict wounds does hit.
4d10?
Inflict wounds.
10.
You got to get right up in there to do it. It's a touch
That's
spell,
why
but
I
man,
had
it hurts.
my duplicate up. I was gonna do it with her,
Yeah.
but
Not terrible.
Because I want to
16,
combine some stuff, and
20
I need
points
the base.
20 points of damage.
of necromantic.
Necrotic damage, you got it. How do you want to do this?
Oh, skills of
Okay, so yeah, I want to get my like hand up into the cut and like grab onto it as I cast it, and then like yank down at the same time.
As your fingers find their way into the kind of like strangely, grossly warm flesh exposed from the wound
And my
that Ford left
traveler
behind.
symbol is dangling from my wrist, and it's like, yeah.
As you reach in, the traveler symbol that's dangling actually kind of like magnetically goes and plunges itself in there beneath your grip, and then burns dark black as necrotic energy pulses through its body. You see dozens of veins suddenly go black around its torso, and as it pulls back, screaming, you see the black veins curling further and further up along its body before its eyes go milky white. Its skin goes pale, and it falls over into the pool. Its tentacles kind of like off to the side, itself half dangling and half sunken into the water.
Quick, get them out! Get them out!
Oh yeah.
Is it sinking or is it stable?
Well, does that finish your turn?
Oh, I guess.
There's still one frog fuck.
Yeah.
Two frog fucks.
I already used my bonus action and my.
Yeah, so you have a little bit of movement left, but you're actually with going into the water for that. I'd say you have like 5 feet. Okay, you got it. Finishing your turn. The creature, you both, even though it's dead, you still take acid damage in its belly. That is 9 points of acid damage to both of you.
Ew.
Ouch.
And the body is slowly
Oh god.
slinking in towards the center of the pond.
And I lose my concentration. Oh, no, wait. Not that it matters anymore. Oh, he's dead. My concentration of the spell is broken anyway, so.
Correct.
I know he's dead then.
You do?
Okay.
I'm gonna start climbing out if it's our turn.
Yes, you guys can both, on your turn, climb out of its body. You're no longer restrained, and you escape it using 10 feet of movement, exiting prone. So both of you, as it's slipping in towards the water, you both leap out of its mouth, losing 10 feet of movement and stepping onto the ground before it sinks below the waves.
That was unpleasant.
All right, so you guys both you're prone and you've lost 10 feet of movement. You still have your actions and everything you want to this turn, if anything.
I'm just gonna get up, brush myself off, and look at all of these things.
There's 3 of them currently.
There are frog people attacking. That's what I was gonna say before I was.
They're kind of bugging on the sides of their head, and they're just like holding spears and shields.
I'm just putting up my shield and just egging them on.
Do they still look as ready to fight now that their giant frog is?
We'll find out.
I guess I'll fire at somebody, whoever's closest.
Closest to you, right here. You're on the ground, prone. You can stay there if you want to.
Stand up. That's another 10 feet or 15 feet of movement or something
15
like
feet.
that. Fire at one of them.
Which one? There's 3 of them. There's one next to Ford and Jester. One back here, kind of closer to
The
Caleb.
one next to Ford and Jester, please.
You got it.
Oh yeah, they're all over.
19 to hit.
That
Even
definitely
this
hits.
kind of engineering is that long.
Million,
5 minutes
million
of
points of.
It had 1 hit point left. you get up and kind of, we're talking like Blackthorn style, shooting over the shoulder, barely even looking. Yes. Firing, and you watch as it kind of looks its bug eyes in 2 different directions. It goes to turn and then just slumps into the water, rolls, and then itself sinks back under the waves. It's kind of floating and sinking next to you, Jester. You watch it.
And then I'll use my bonus action to dash across the water back to that waterfall. No! That was the baby!
Heavy waterfall now. It's a big impact on you. Right now, you
I'll just get up to the
get
edge
up to
of
the edge of it and
of
splashing
the
you, getting wet.
mist.
All right, that finishes your guys' turns. These creatures turn and fucking run.
That's right.
Double dash off the board, running out of sight.
What about the moits?
Well, you're currently no longer in battle.
Okay.
They still like magic.
They do. And they return to both Caleb and Jester.
Well, we did the last one.
12 points of lightning damage to each of you.
Gets worse every time.
Let's
No more magic!
let's take a second.
More magic?
Well, with that, I think I'm going to look behind this waterfall.
Yes.
And I'm
Me
going to
too.
walk around and climb up and just peer behind the first, up this little.
Okay. You kind of look behind, and now having viewed this little gap, and you kind of look from underneath, the two of you triangulate. There is a bit of space behind the immediate waterfall. There is no path to it. You'd have to move through the water, but there is apparently a gap.
I will cast Shape Water. And I will. I'll just sort of angle the waterfall around, making a nice little pathway for us to get in.
Okay. You carve it to the side. You watch the waterfall spread open, leaving a path to a cavern behind it.
Oh, wow.
You also take 6 points of lightning damage as the motes or the mites shift and gravitate towards you, shocking your body and then drifting away, sustained by whatever sort of nutrients they drew from the attack.
Should we all go there?
Yes,
Is it
cast more
concentration
magic around mites that eat your face.
It isn't. It says instantaneous.
Yeah.
Oh.
Doesn't say.
There's nothing about
How long
concentration.
does it last?
It's also a cantrip.
Oh, it's a cantrip.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, then you're fine.
Oh, this is shape water.
Shape water.
Sorry, not control water. Shape water.
Correct. Got you. Shape water. Where is it not showing up?
I can make a 5-foot cube of
Oh, there it is.
shape.
Yeah.
All right.
Got it. So now, there's no concentration worry about it.
Oh, so you.
For the next hour, the opening is available.
Oh, wow. Let's go.
My plan worked. Let's go in.
Is
Hang
this
on, hang on, hang on.
necessarily?
Can I check the door? See any markings? Once again any sense coming from it like before? Can
Make an
I
investigation check.
Without advantage.
Remember, there are 5 entrances or exits
Yeah.
out of this, so there could be.
21.
21. The door itself is a soft, kind of dark burgundy red color. The wood itself is moist from the moisture that's pushed in here via the waterfall. There's a brass doorknob on it. It seems out of place against this rock wall, and the actual cavern behind this waterfall only goes about 6 or 7 feet deep before you find this doorway. The door itself smells of fresh wood. And looking across the front of it, there's slight carvings. It looks like the shape of like hexagons, like 6-sided hexagons.
Right.
Or the time machine.
Would I
The heating's not
from our
working today.
previous time
I'm
in the
freezing
study,
my ass.
recognize this wood? Does it look familiar to the doors that we saw in the study?
It definitely seems in a color scheme that Halas likes to dress in. Red with gold trim generally was what you guys found on the outfits that dropped out of the sphere when you first encountered it, as well as the portrait you saw within the study.
Okay.
While you
I'm
are
a little higher and look into the
and
next
while
one.
they're studying, I'll tell Caleb and Bo and just generally say I want to check the pool, and I'm going to dive into the pool where the creature fell into and just sort of scan the floor, make sure there's.
Just
Okay,
putting
make a perception
it out
check.
there that if this does go to the study,
That's the wrong way.
it's the wrong way. But from the study, I thought it said flesh mound because obviously, but it actually says flesh mend. So it might be like a place that heals.
Interesting.
Just letting you guys know.
17. You dive down, and there's the thick algae blanket, and you pull through, and the further down you get, you can see the kind of funneling hole. You don't see the body of the creature you had just slain, nor the one that other smaller frog creature that sunk down below it. Just a dark path that leads deeper and deeper below.
Another doorway.
The water is slightly pulling you in that direction as
I'll
well.
start swimming back up.
Make a strength saving throw.
Oh, Jesus.
God, Ford,
Oh,
again.
Oh, no.
No.
What'd you get?
One? Did you roll a 1?
Oh,
Did
one.
we see him go into the water this time?
watched him.
He said.
You did. You watched him dive into the water,
Good.
and you like
Good.
you look down and you can see the darkness below, and you're like, okay.
Do you have bonuses in the water, by the way?
Can I cast quickly control water and reverse the flow of water shooting me up out of the pool if I'm getting close enough to that?
I'll allow it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is an ability of yours,
Okay.
and you do maintain it through the connection to the Wild Mother. You didn't lose it because of the pact you made with her.
Okay.
So, at the moment you begin to pull yourself drawn down towards the base of the water, you immediately concentrate, cast the spell, and reverse the flow, and suddenly you guys watch as Ford disappears beneath the surface.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
And it jettisons him about 15 feet in the air before he comes landing sploosh, into the water once more. It's kind of bubbling up almost like a soft geyser that hasn't, it got an immediate push, is now just kind of burbling from the center.
Did you find something?
Are the fucking fireflies coming?
Right now, they would be.
I'll duck my head back under the water and just hold under.
Okay.
Like I
You guys watch all the mites
hornets.
swarm to the top of the water and stay about an inch off the surface. And stay there for a second before.
Well, that's
Look at that. Nice. They're just
Everybody else could have done that.
big bees. Ford, you can come out now. Ford, you can. Oh, he's not
I hit
listening.
the water.
Oh, that'll help. You're good.
What'd you find?
There was another tunnel, a dark tunnel that just goes. The body is not down there.
I wonder if.
I bet it's the
There's
nest.
the nest.
Which means, okay, can I, based on the direction that we came in from the diamond entrance and the direction that we moved to the water, would I have gathered that it seems that these doorways are a little bit accurate to where he's put them on the map?
Remember when we walked in, we
You're
were
not
flipped
entirely
around too.
It could be. But in some cases, that also seems to be arranged for space on the map as well. So you're not
Okay.
certain.
I'm hopping up to the next level to see
I
what's
don't
there.
think it would hurt to maybe check maybe some outcroppings and maybe some tree trunks
for a
for
cave
some
Maybe there's
Jack
another cave
Skellington
entrance.
door type
It is
shit.
pretty sheer on this end. Make a perception check.
Maybe all the entrances are around the water.
19.
19. The cliff gets pretty sheer, and about 60 to 65 feet up, you can see what looks to be a slight outcropping of stone and a small cave up there.
I
That's
think
what goes
I
to
found
mine.
something,
That's 3.
but I'm gonna want a rope. Maybe 2 ropes. I'm real tired. That was a lot.
Can I make my way over to this outcropping and just sort of investigate this area and these trees and just see if there's anything that looks like a hidden door
Sure.
area?
You're doing that yourself?
Why?
Just don't.
Get sucked into something else, Ford?
Well, by
Since
all
you-
means,
every time-
come with me.
If
Take
you
a buddy. Wherever you're going, take a
I'll
buddy.
go with you.
Okay. So Ford and Bo, you're doing just a general inspection of the nearby trees, floor, like what? The whole
Yeah, like
area?
we're just looking for any any passages or anything that might have been hidden from plain view.
Okay.
There's another door.
Either both make investigation checks, or one can aid the other further advantage. Your choice.
Let's do it.
All right.
nice.
21.
25.
25. Ford, you spend a while
24,
as you guys are
24.
looking up. 24?
Sorry. Yes.
24.
Math.
You spend a while looking around. Beauregard helping you out. You begin to fan out on this side. You go about 5 or 6 trees away and start getting a little nervous for the distance of the party. You can still hear the waterfall. You can still hear your friend or the moats still drifting around. But other than that, it's kind of quiet. Strangely, no bird sounds, which is weird to be in an enclosed space like this that feels like a jungle to not have the sounds of nature prevalent around you. And you both, kind of looking about, both of your eyes fall on one singular tree where it looks like there's a heavy, like a knot arch on the side, like a knot hole of some kind. And you kind of get a bit closer and you can look, and it looks natural from the outside. It's maybe about a foot wide and about 4 feet tall. It would be difficult, but a person could probably squeeze through, and it does appear to enter into the tree.
Goodness gracious, what is this?
I'm gonna once again go over, investigate it. Any markings, anything that would clue me in.
Make an
This is
investigation check
probably
again.
the tower, right?
I will get the whip out just in case.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna like do that like you're walking up to the edge of a cliff.
Don't you have any
thing.
ball bearings you can just toss on that bitch?
Well, it's a door. I could. Let me just try. Let me look at it. I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay, 17.
17. Is this investigation or perception?
This is investigation.
Okay, looking around the outside of the knothole, you don't see any signs or symbols or any carvings that give you any sense of what's within. From what little bit of light's coming in there, you can see the small space kind of enters a few inches and then curves just out of sight into darkness. From this perspective, you'd have to kind of step in a little bit and look around to see where it goes or where it continues further in.
Do I step in?
No,
again?
no.
Okay.
That's my job. I push her aside and
How did all that happen? All right.
All of you are part of attack.
Well, look, if we think that what goes under the water goes to the nest,
Well, should we?
then this is either the crystal mines or the tower machine, and both of these are going to lead us to the heart.
I'm gonna start climbing up that cliff to check out the cave.
Okay.
All right, I'm watching to make sure you don't get sucked in.
Go ahead and make an athletics check for me.
Everything's
I'm gonna
sucky.
guide him.
This tower.
Her.
Each take a door. See who gets there first.
15.
15.
Thanks to guidance.
Not bad. The first 20 feet or so, you manage to make your way up. There are a few rock handholds, but it is difficult. The higher up you get, the more sheer and sparse the actual handholds are, and you find yourself about 40 feet below that ridge, and kind of starving for the next venture you can attempt again.
Reach into my chalk bag. Get my hands all. Gonna go, keep going. Oh yeah. More. 23.
23. The next 20 feet or so, while you're missing the actual handholds you need in immediate proximity, you do see one small gap. You take a breath, leap, and catch on the edge of it, dangle a bit, and then pull yourself up slightly, holding onto it.
No, I was actually...
Another leap, you catch two handholds, and you get yourself about 40 feet above. You have one more length of 20 feet.
Not you're doing really good.
It's really good.
You just don't fall.
Can you guide me from down there?
No.
No, it can probably revive you if you fall,
Yeah.
if you don't fall in the water.
Just remember, you can't use your spells to catch you, because then you'll be electrocuted by a bunch of little fireflies.
I forgot.
And at that point, you look around you, and there are like 6 motes just kind of drifting in the vicinity.
They're cheering you on.
All right.
Yeah, if you fall in the
Hit
water,
the
they won't
last.
hit you. Wow.
Gonna hit the Hillary step. Here we go. 14.
14. You get partway up, and your foot slips, and you catch yourself. Your grip's starting to go.
Do it again,
Make one more check with disadvantage to see if you can maintain and scramble up.
Oh! 18 and a 1.
You get towards the very edge, and the handhold you have breaks off, and you just plummet back, falling 60 feet
I'll
downward.
throw that feather out, and even though it'll hurt me, I'll cast Featherfall.
It's gonna hurt you
drift
more
down,
than
you
the
watch
feather.
upwards of as Knott's body just goes into free trust fall position,
That's gonna hurt.
and it's beautiful. And the mites drifting around it's this beautiful visage, and all the mites go. You take 5 points of lightning damage, and then drift slightly fried down to
Is it
safety.
concentration? Featherfall?
Oh, shit.
It is.
No.
It lasts a minute.
Okay,
It's not concentration.
I don't suppose if it's up if you climb. No, because once you've landed, it's over. Never mind.
While all that happened,
We'll wait for that.
Caleb reached that red-themed door
Yeah.
and inspected it to see if there was any kind of arcane writing or anything that looked
Little tiny
nefarious or dangerous to touch.
Okay, you're inspecting it for traps and
Yes,
dangers. Okay,
yeah.
what'd you roll?
I did
Are you going
already.
to roll now?
That is
I think, yeah.
25.
25. Good roll. Looking at it, it does not appear to be locked. Does not appear to have any traps about the doorway.
Barely audible. I'm checking the door. Try to pull it.
It opens up.
Frumpkin's next to me.
Okay.
Go in. Tell me what you see.
Frumpkin steps past you into the doorway, and you watch Frumpkin enter this kind of shadow space and vanish.
I will wait until everyone pulls me away.
Okay.
Hopefully he'll come back.
You don't sense anything about Frumpkin at all?
Should we gather
I'm gonna
up?
crawl back down and start gathering everybody because I think we need Bo to get up to this one.
Here we have Ford and Bo come over.
What do you guys think? Where should we go?
Well, if it leads to the study, that's not where we're trying to go.
We need to
I-
find this thing up here.
I
Bo,
think the crystal cave is above us.
there's no way you can climb it. It's impossible. I tried.
You know this shit will work on me, don't you?
No, it's impossible. I wouldn't want you to fall. Please don't fall.
The traveler thinks you're really cool.
Or, you could just polymorph and carry us up.
Validation. And I go.
Or dimension.
Okay. Athletics check.
Oh my god, I want to go every single
Caleb,
place.
we're doing a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one? Which one?
Yeah.
Yeah, you should in
Okay.
case.
You said
way.
athletics?
Yes.
20.
20. You managed to make it up actually halfway with a roll of 20.
I also, unarmored movement. My movement up walls is like awesome.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You had the same thing?
I have spider climb.
Spider climb is a spell. You would be that.
I'm just gonna say we're gonna get so much cool stuff when you finally go.
I forgot how to use spells.
I have no idea what we have on your body. Oh,
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'll say with a roll of 20 and your unarmored movement, and following the path that Not had skittered up, you make it up to the ledge without issue.
I see where you broke off here. It's pretty good. Yeah, it's like a little cavern. Anyway, we
What-
made
what-
it.
Can you lower a rope?
and what's it look like?
What's it look like? First, check it out.
Okay, so you're standing at the edge of the cavern. You can see it. The tunnel continues inward about 10 or so feet before darkness takes it. It winds down to a singular. It's about 15 feet wide and about 8 feet tall, and about 10 feet or so in it, all of a sudden shrinks down like a funnel to a 5 foot tall, 2 foot wide space that you'd have to uncomfortably, or at least most people here would have to uncomfortably slump into to continue forward.
Anything around it that indicates like it's crystal-y or like mine-y, like a crystal-y mine?
Make a perception check.
Crystals. Chris Mines.
I think crystals flying.
Count of mine crystals.
Nice.
9.
9. No, it just looks like raw rock and mystery ahead.
Okay, I lean over. Yeah, it definitely feels like a door to another thing.
You think maybe I should call Laura or something?
I think we're jumping
We don't know
the gun yet.
what we're doing yet. We need to figure out what's in that door.
Can you lower a rope or something, or?
Yeah. We Ford and I also, found. Yeah, hang on. Let me get out my rope. We found a hole in like a knot. Also, probably a door to another place.
Yeah.
Hey, don't you think, what if like the tower entrance would be up high because it's a tower?
I mean,
Is it- what's-
perhaps.
Yeah.
The
I
meat.
mean, but it looks.
I'm trying to fashion. Do I see like a rock or like something I can like loop a?
No, it's a smooth cavern.
I mean, I'm sure
You have
either
to
way
hold
we
it.
can get there. The
Maybe a grappling hook.
What is a dreadnought?
Yeah.
I have that. Would any of us
How
know
long
what
is
a
your
dreadnought
rope?
is? 50
Make
feet.
an Arcana check.
Basic.
Both of you can make an Arcana check.
I'm not paying attention. I
Oh, that's right. You are down.
Staring at the darkness of this door.
12.
12. Doesn't ring a bell.
I'm gonna jump up and try to climb the rope up there.
Okay.
Easily enough with both.
Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy. You don't have to roll for that. She's just helping you up at this point.
What do we do? Do we
I do have a grappling hook,
Help
so
me up.
I'll tie a grappling hook and set it.
Yeah.
I'll climb
So with
the
that, it's easy enough for the rest of you guys to use the rope to climb up. It takes a little bit of time, but you get up there.
See any crystals up here or anything?
No, I
I'm gonna take a look at this thing.
I'm gonna go investigate.
Take a smell,
the,
see what kind of what's coming out of there. Get a.
Perception check.
You might have better luck though.
Can I go investigate the door? Or that's what he's doing.
It's just- there's
17.
No door currently, it's just a tunnel. 17?
Yeah, gonna get way up to it.
It's very,
Way
very
up to it.
tiny.
There's no door.
Very,
I know,
very
it's
Entry-
Look
Oh,
at
right,
it.
right where it pins through.
A little bit in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Take a smell. Smells kind of metallic.
Oh, I bet it's the tower, you
My
guys.
feeling is the tower. I'm feeling tower here.
bet it's the tower.
That's one of the right ways.
Okay.
That would be my preferred way.
And if
Really?
we think the other one is the study, then the one in the knot in the tree must be the crystal mines.
Or this is the crystal mines, and the one on the tree leads.
No, I bet this is the tower. It's up high.
Okay.
Towers are high.
Well, the half the tower is high, the other half is low.
All right.
I mean, mines could also smell metallic.
I wonder why they don't
Maybe
go
crystal mine's just like a name.
explore
but
this
it's
thing
just still
for like the
mine.
next.
I don't know.
Let me see this other door.
You mine
maybe.
metals out of the earth.
But maybe you mine crystals out of the crystal mine.
Yeah,
It'd
you
be like
probably
a
mine
copper
crystals.
mine or a silver
I
mine.
bet it's like amethyst and like quartz and like opal.
You're still
rose
down there, right? Did you climb up yet?
Ruby.
I'm gonna start.
Okay.
Ford will show you where
right.
the. Yeah.
Oh, let's get,
I'll lead you over to the Jack Skellington tree.
but before we go down, I'm just gonna pop my head in on Caleb. Caleb,
Yeah.
You know, he's already been in there, if that's where I think you're thinking about, and which means he's probably already gotten all the good stuff out of there.
Maybe.
You can ask him when we find him.
Maybe.
Don't do anything foolish.
What are we doing?
We're checking the final door to see where it goes.
Yeah, let's check it.
Okay.
Does he want to join us?
He's thinking about stuff.
Ask him if he knows what a dreadnought is.
You know what a dreadnought is?
Do I know what a dreadnought is?
Huh?
Do I know what a dreadnought is?
Make an Arcana check.
Looks like a nose.
Nope.
A TP with.
It's a 13. Low
13? No idea.
roll. No.
You know what the word means, but you don't know what.
What does the word mean? I don't even know that.
I don't either.
Basically, ascertain something that is dangerous, unstoppable.
Oh, good.
Okay,
Sure,
yeah, let's do the other. Let's do the tower. I
I
think.
wonder if it's the astral
bad guys in
dreadnought,
G.I. Joe.
because that's a very rare occurrence.
Let's do the
You will
tower.
see that, and it's
Zartan.
fucking amazing.
I mean, towers
This
us.
goes to the tower.
I think it does.
All right, I'm gonna take a look at that last door that you got and give it a good look once over. Put my.
The one that Ford leads you to?
Yeah.
Okay, so you climb back down, head over to the side. You see the same knot, and for you, it's very small. In order to even like step inside, you'd have to get real low and squeeze around the corner.
Get in there a bit. Take a whiff.
Make a perception check.
Ooh, 23.
23. It smells earthy, similar to the space around you, with a slight bit of dampness.
Yep.
That's dissimilar to the moisture and humid atmosphere of this jungle.
I feel I would make a. I feel like I can make an educated guess. They're all right. So let's make a.
Kids, all right.
Let's get together. Maybe someone want a short rest or something, and we can
I feel
decide
that's
what
what
door
we've
to
been
roll
doing.
in.
I mean, it's taken about 30
You've been
minutes.
investigating. A short
investigate.
rest would be stop and rest.
So we're gonna do the tower or the mines?
I think we should take a short rest right here.
And then we pick the door.
Last
We
question.
can
Feels
discuss it
being
while we.
weird.
Last question. I know what we're going after. I guess out of game. There's a bedroom on here. Are we looking for him? Or are we just hoping to find him along the way?
We're not looking for.
Usa?
No, we are, but Us is not in the bedroom probably. But Us is probably like going to the heart thing.
Just DC
He
14.
could be trapped or he could be anything. And it's
Okay.
used it with a Y.
Usa.
Fleshman.
Ah,
facility bedroom. Okay. Yep.
Topaz.
Tiger's eye.
Lapis
Yeah, but these
lazuli.
Is that a tiger's eye
think this
crystal?
conversation
I
is a
guess
short
Why are
rest.
there so many tiny bits and
You're
pieces?
taking a short rest
I'm
then.
fucking losing my mind.
I think it's a good idea.
So you can use your hit dice to heal up a bit if you'd like.
Hey Caleb, you still staring at a door?
I'm, my cat has wandered off. Just waiting.
Cat's wandered off.
Yeah.
There's no response or no return from Frumpkin after
Okay.
like 40 minutes.
40 minutes is how long? Okay, so after a half hour, I would go.
Okay. Frumpkin returns.
Well,
It says it on
what did you see?
I know. No. You see familiar images of the study you had previously stumbled into when you first came through the sphere. The large stained glass window that contained what looked to be an imprint of various planes connected, and shelves and the desk. Almost no light, but a little bit of light there is in there. It looks like things have been tousled a bit. It looks like some of the chair of the desk has been knocked over.
While resting, I asked Frumpkin, did you see a vanity that looks like it had been hacked to pieces? Because that's where we were attacked, right? Am I
Yes.
remembering? Yeah. The guts of that. And I asked Frumpkin if he saw the book that was so tempting to me before we dove in after Ford.
Right. It looked like, because all the books were locked in these large metal bars that were chained in.
Right.
The bars are open, and the shelves are clear.
Completely clear.
And the innards of the cabinet, the mimic that you had battled, still remained on the floor where it was left previously.
Okay. So it looks like it's best Frumpkin could tell it's been rolled.
To whatever extent, whatever came through here.
So guilty.
You know,
Yeah, you
as we sit here resting, it occurs to me, as we sit around here, that
Maybe I need
Miss
more love.
Elena out there has been waiting for days for us to return now.
Oh, jeez, you're right.
Alana?
Alora.
Alana. It was Alana.
I should send her a message.
We should definitely send her a message.
Should I send her a message or should I use this amazing mirror
The
that she gave me?
mirror!
Maybe.
Communication lasts for up to 10 minutes. I can use it 3 times a whole day.
Yeah.
So we should probably maintain contact when we go through so we can describe what we see, maybe?
Oh, so like cast it, talk to her, go through the thing, and
Yeah,
then keep
so
talking.
right when we decide.
So you kind of get to two
Yeah,
birds,
yeah.
one stone.
Smart, Mr. Clay.
So yeah, we'll like cast it, talk to her for like 5 minutes, and then go through. Okay, I like it.
Cool.
To maintain.
Are we ready to go through?
Well, no. Caduceus, Ford, and Caleb are still on the ground.
We've been
climb
waiting.
up.
We're waiting for an hour. The rope is down. We're on
I
a
don't
short rest.
understand. That's where we are.
So let's get up
Come
there.
on up here.
What are you
then.
guys doing down there?
Just resting. Okay, good.
All right. So you guys complete a short rest. So you've those of you who require short rest to restore themselves in certain capabilities or spells and abilities, those are restored. You've used your hit dice to heal up. What would you like to do?
Drink.
Into the machine? Is that the conversation we're all having? Not the crystal cave.
Right, the tower.
I'll admit I'm a little disappointed, but
Yeah, I know.
it's a crystal. It's a cave made of crystal.
I know.
That can't hurt you.
And you remember when we saw a cave of crystals before, and they were so beautiful?
Yeah.
It was so wonderful.
great.
I would love to see something like that
Me
again.
too.
Is there anything in the information that we gleaned from the libraries that would indicate that a crystal cave is useful to us? A connection to another
Maybe
plane?
we can
It'd be
ask
nice, that's all.
Allura. Maybe, she's been there for like a week. I bet she's done a lot of research in the time that we've been gone, so maybe she'll know more about each of the rooms.
It's true.
I guess let's start it. We'll get up here, we'll start it, and then we'll tell her where we're going.
It's quicker to get down than get up.
It's true. All right.
DM, I also use Arcane Recovery on that short.
Right. So you got your spells.
Okay, so I'm gonna do it, okay?
All right.
All right, I'm gonna pull up the mirror.
Let's talk to Alyssa.
That's a lollipop.
It's presented to me.
Come on,
Alyssa
Amaretto.
explains it all.
She's using a lollipop. Jeez.
Allura, are you there?
Talk to a jester, quite so fair.
You watch as the reflection of your face goes cloudy for a moment and swirls and then begins to reform into the face of Allura Vysorin.
How much time has passed?
It's been nearly 3 days on this end.
Whoa.
That's crazy.
I've been doing my best to research elements here. It seems that most of Eustace's notes are designed to not be pursued, so not much help about the actual interior research-wise. I have done a bit of research on this Angel of Irons you've been speaking about.
Oh, wow.
Not a whole lot to find here, though I do think I may have a divination spell that might hopefully pierce any sort of guise or veil of secrecy that it's keeping, but I will require you to be here, and if you have any effects of a member of the cult at all, that might be helpful in gleaning information.
Oh, yeah.
Legend Lord!
Anyway, how goes it there? Please tell me.
Okay, so we're in the garden.
Right.
We fought a giant frog thing.
It's only been a couple of hours.
It's only been like a couple hours here. We fought and we succeeded, and we're all healed up. We're good. So now we're deciding where to go next. We can go between the tower or the crystal mines. So what do you think is more dangerous, a golem place or the dreadnought?
Silence.
Both seem capable of danger. I don't know necessarily what are in these places. I would hate to give an uninformed decision and send you to your doom. Is there anything else you can give me to help with this?
Tell her on the map, the tower machine looks like it has gears and some sort of machinery, and the crystal mine, the art does look a bit like a toothy maw.
Oh, kind of does, yeah.
Well, there's
Across
That
those
could just be
words.
artistic expression.
That's just, the eye sees what it wants to see.
It's like the Batman.
Laura, did
The
you
best
find
water.
anything while sitting there for 3
Global
days
water
that
is
would
this.
indicate anything about these crystal caverns, crystal mines? Any further research?
Best that I can tell, many of the chambers in this this portion of the folding halls were designed specifically for her last two reap and recover things for his research and maintenance. I mean, looking at the spread here, it looks like there are things used for gathering materials for rituals, for spellcraft and magical item creation, enchantments, artifact design and development. There's a golem workshop. Perhaps there's a space where he creates various servants. I don't know if you've recently come upon anyone or any creatures of golem construction.
There were
We
a
did
bunch of
previously.
frogs. Oh yeah, that was that last time. I forgot about that.
Before your time, Caduceus, we
there a
were
thing?
visiting a town called Hoppaduke, and we tangled with a bit of a clockwork.
I was thinking of the magic cabinet.
Well,
but-
I mean, within the premises there, if there is a golem workshop, there's probably golems
Yeah.
somewhere. Maybe not just in the workshop, so be on the lookout.
I bet they'll be in the tower
And
machine.
a dreadnought.
Dreadnought, there is.
She's making a history check.
I mean, there are many things that can be a dreadnought. It is a descriptive term. I can begin to research if you'd like. It might take a little bit of time, but
Yeah, I want to go to the
Call you in 10 minutes, which will be 2 days later for you.
judging by the time passage, they said 2 to 3 hours. Looks to be about an hour per day transition, so keep that in mind.
Oh, wow.
So far, who knows if all the chambers are consistent.
I mean, we should
We're
probably
going
keep.
into the tower.
I think we should probably, regardless, probably just make a decision and move, and that way at least we'll have a
The
clear
tower
path forward.
machine also leads to the arcane armory, and he has a lot of markings by the arcane armory, so maybe it's an important room.
Or
so
maybe there's some cool weapons and protections
yeah,
there.
so
Okay, that
I
solves
think
it. All right, fine.
I think we should do the
What?
tower.
Uh-oh.
Okay, let's.
What is that?
You hear the crunching of natural sounds, wood and rock, being pushed or plowed through. You're all upon the ledge, looking in towards the dark cavern above on the mountainside, correct? Looking down amongst the brush below, you see what looks to be a 10 to 15 foot tall humanoid being made of polished smooth stone with metallic joints. The
Golem.
faceless and reminiscent of the creature or shape you saw embedded in the ceiling of the chamber you arrived in, now emblazoned with runes. And where one of its hands is, you can see some sort of a claw, like an open sea-like claw.
It's a
Hang out in the
golem.
room too long. The golems come after
Well,
you.
let's
Follows you from room to room.
let's go.
Let's get
In
out
which
of here.
case, as you look down at it, you see its face look up, and there's just a single glowing sigil where its face would be that seems focused on all of you.
Let's go.
Go. This is the GM telling you
You
to
all
go.
jump through the cavern. All right, one by one, you leap through into the darkness. The tunnel seems to almost pull you forward like a vacuum. And in that moment where your feet leave the ground, the suction being so strong, the darkness all of a sudden is lifted like you've been thrust through a curtain of some kind, and your feet find a stone floor. Looking up around you, you stand on a ledge made of stone and metal. You look over what looks like a curving expanse, a maelstrom of black and purple clouds and swirling energy.
Chill,
On
man.
all sides before you, an endless expanse of nothingness with little hints of distant rock just slowly drifting through the space.
Sure.
Looking around behind you, you can see
I flip the mirror around so Laura can see everything that we're seeing.
immense in size and nearly infinite, what looks to be a pillar or a tower or a construct of strange shape and design, parts of metal and offshoot chambers and bits of heavy gears grinding and shifting, bits of what looks like brass and platinum bent around adamantine pistons, and it curves slightly for miles and miles from end to end. Looking up on one side to the other, the immensity of it gives you instantaneous vertigo, and you find yourself instinctively getting low to the ground, holding onto this ledge. A flash of purple lightning lights up the vicinity around you. And you look back to the map, and you suddenly see that shape drawn through the center of its design. And you stand somewhere along whatever this device may be. The wind blowing and tussling your hair, the sound causing you to speak at a volume to where you can actually reach each other's ears from a distance. And that's where we'll leave for next week.
items. We got a Lura. We got a dungeon crawl. We got a map.
We gotta find
Yeah,
the
that's a
two
massive
doors.
one.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Why are there so many
We got
songs about flowers? What's on the other side? We killed
So that's
Carl
a
instead.
secondary map. That's a secondary map we have to figure out. Oh, here.
Well,
It is just a
we're
portion
in
of
the-
a tower.
We're in the engine of the Happy Fun
Yeah.
Ball.
Yeah, that,
Pretty much.
that is as much as
He
Yusa
has
has mapped out.
Wow.
Holy shit. Okay.
we're not gonna
Cool.
From what you
cool.
previously heard, and Allura confirmed, 100 or more chambers within the folding halls.
Jesus Christ.
So, we'll pick up there next week and see where
Post
this
this
next
picture somewhere.
Yeah, if you
map
want, you can
somewhere.
put it online.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you to our fantastic sponsors.
Yay.
We love you very much. And is it Thursday yet? Good night.
Is yes, but no.
Next episode. Let's go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons. That's new.
Gotta mix it up.
Yeah, sure. Before we go into tonight's session, we have some quick announcements to get through, beginning with our wondrous sponsors. Since the beginning of Campaign 2, our friends at D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond!
Sam?
Look how careful, yes. Why did he become a member of the Blue Man Group?
How is that working? Do you need help?
So many fingers.
No, stop doing it at the same time!
Don't be blue. Use D&D Beyond.
He's the Blue Man Group trying to.
Find out more at dndbeyond.link/critical role.
Thanks to D&D Beyond.
I'm just gonna get there. For continuing to support
This is.
the
Look at
show.
them moving away from him for more than one reason.
Now, marshmallows!
You go first.
Oh, don't! Use D&D Beyond! Find out more at D&D Beyond. /critical role.
There's not enough to roll in here.
How is that possible?
When you're a man with a mouth as large as him's, anything's possible.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
You won't be able to talk until you take that stuff off. Okay.
Okay.
If you choke, just give us like the universal.
Can you say chubby bunny?
All right. Thank you, Sam. And thank you, friends at D&D Beyond, for encouraging him week to week. Check it out.
Giving
It's
us money
an
to do
online
this.
tool for making D&D characters and campaigns and stuff. It's fun. They're awesome. All right, Risha, you got some announcements.
Yeah.
Go clean yourself up, Sam.
Yeah. Speaking of content, Pub Draw is back. Yeah. Woo! Pub Draw. Woo!
Good stuff.
You get to join Babs, Tar, and I each week, Wednesday afternoons at 5 p.m. on our Twitch channel. Our first guest yesterday was Mika Burton.
So great.
Really
She's so great.
Awesome.
I heard that it was Micah.
Yes, yeah, Mike and,
Or Micah.
and
Yeah, it was-
Wacom as well.
Yeah.
Hi,
Yes,
Falden.
instead of
Yeah,
Wacom.
this is one way to get away from
Babs is a
just
good
build her,
host.
and we're working towards it.
No, she's an awesome teacher. Come check it out if you want to like learn how to draw or brush up on your drawing skills and draw along with us. Next week is going to be Laura back in the hot seat 'cause she's so good. So we had to drag her back. And then the Big Daddy this Friday, our 4-part mini-series featuring Brian W. Foster and a few of us here from Critical Role and a few guests. Undeadwood is airing Friday, October 18th at 7 p.m. And then, of course, the
so
VOD
we
will
need
be
to figure out
immediately
this-
up for Twitch.
Are you gonna take the rest off? Okay.
And it'll be on YouTube. Yeah, it'll be on YouTube.
Already.
Seriously though, you should check out Undeadwood. It's
It's gonna be pretty fun.
awesome. And
Solid.
please validate the blood, sweat, and tears that has gone into that. Please watch.
on this.
Oh, many people have been busting
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
definitely check it out.
the production crew has really outdone themselves on that one. So check it out.
Awesome.
Well, that's it for me.
Alrighty.
Back to you, man.
I came to my station today and found two adorable photos of our own Taliesin Jaffe and Ashley Johnson. I don't know why
Wow.
they were here, but I felt it was important for me to share.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
You thought they only grew into it. No, they were always this cute. Anyway, that's enough of that. Thank you, whoever put that on my station today. A heads up for you guys who missed previously, the collected edition of our first 6-issue run of Vox Machina Origins through Dark Horse Comics is now available, like right now, at your local comic book shops and retail stores, and it's paperback collected edition. Finally, we managed to make that happen. The standard edition hardcover exclusive is also now available in both the UK and US stores at the Critical Role online shops. So check it out there if you're looking to get a copy. Laura,
Yeah.
you got something to talk about.
I do. Well, they'll have things available in the store this week that you should check out.
Time!
We've got this. Speaking of pub draw, look at this.
Yeah.
It's a pub draw pencil case / brush case / dice holder / makeup case, which I heard you guys say, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
Designed by our very own Erin Monroy, which is it's just most beautiful thing ever. Follow your art heart. And then we've also got a set of cards for Undeadwood. And I kind of don't want to pull them out and show them off because the art is so beautiful that I want it to be a surprise.
Yeah, it'll look good.
Yeah,
you
but-
want to do it justice.
Cards.
Cards.
Check them out in our store.
Fantastic. Thank you, Laura.
Oh, wait, I should say that the cards were designed by Kent Davis, who is phenomenal, and he's been a critter for a very long time, and we love him so very much.
And I draw Bagman.
Yes.
you go.
He did our character art so good.
Yeah.
So good.
All right, wonderful folks. I guess with all that said, it's time to jump into tonight's episode of Critical Role.
I don't know if I'll get copyright after this. I don't care. I mean, I'm just watching this for the sign.
Hey guys,
Doing Gunpla.
welcome back.
I love him now.
You guys killed him. Sorry, I just found out that it was called a frog hemoth from last week.
Frog Hemoth?
So,
What is the kid?
last we left off, the Mighty Nine, discovering that there had been an absence of paths to success after a series of failures to try and stop Oban and his plan towards whatever nefarious scheme he has that involves the Angel of Irons. You return to Nicodranas to begin to gather the allies you did have, discovering that Yusa, the archmage that resides there and you had had some previous dealings with, has gone missing, seemingly finding himself traveling into the heirloom sphere that you had given to him.
Happy Fun Ball.
I almost went Happy Fun Ball. That's your guys' thing. The heirloom sphere, aka the folding halls of Halas.
Happy Fun Ball.
Happy Fun Ball.
Forgot both of those names.
Yeah, it's great. Who needs lore? Anyway, the servant, Winsforth, of Yusa, requiring aid after 3 weeks that his master's been missing without any sort of confirmation, communication, or
Oh, that's what,
seeming
just
signs
14
of his
hours?
return, asked you guys for
Well,
permission
maybe a day.
to call in an ally.
Okay.
Through his own anxiety, you agreed to allow him to do so, and he called in a female wizard in her would be early mid 50s from a far off land called Taldore, known as Arcanist Allura Visor.
Awesome.
With your help, you began to put together the pieces of what had happened and what was necessary, which was somebody had to delve into this sphere. As it is also referred to by some as the Archmage Bane, Allura is well aware of the dangers of herself going in there and decided to let you guys take care of this venture, and she would remain with a magical item that allowed you to communicate a few times a day, should you have any questions or needed some correspondence between the two of you. Going back into the puzzle ball, Caleb managed to unlock straight away a means into the sphere's folding halls, and you began to make your way from room to room, venturing to a location known as the Garden, where you had encountered some sort of terrifying froghemoth, which they now know, and looks like various frog-like humanoids that seem to be gathered around it in its presence. You managed to slaughter most of them, defeat the creature after it had swallowed 2 of you, watched its body sink beneath the waters of the pond that it seemed to be awaiting in, and began to find out where you can pass next. With a few different doorways or paths at your disposal, you climbed up the edge of the mountain that existed in the garden and plunged into the cavern there as you realized some sort of construct seemed to be following you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about the construct.
The big fuck off.
guy.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
You can't even tell you were wearing anything.
Oh, you've got. It looks like your skin is off of your head.
Looks like you got really drunk on a transatlantic flight and then puked in that like airplane toilet.
Yeah.
What is happening with your? Did you have an allergic
Prozac.
reaction to the?
Did you use real paint?
There was spirit gum, and I tried to use the spirit gum remover, which is acid. And that hurt a lot, so I stopped.
Don't use spirit gum, use Prozac. What's wrong?
I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna have a conversation with you after this.
But now there's half my face has spirit gum on it.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's really
Looks like you're just coming from Electric Daisy Carnival.
Thanks to Denny Carr for the makeup help,
Yeah!
and to no one for helping me get out of the makeup.
You're welcome.
Did I say that last week when you were all taped up like you were? Like I walked in the bathroom and he had put the bandages on himself and he had taped his hand completely shut and his fingers were turning purple and he had no way to get out of it because his other arm was in a bandage too. And I had to go find scissors and cut him out of it because he was gonna lose his fucking fingers.
That checks out.
You've got like boogery paste across your forehead. too.
You look like you just came out of the birth canal.
D&D Beyond.
Yeah, everything for D&D Beyond.
So
Sacrifices.
After you had all ventured through this tunnel,
We're ready.
children, as you ventured through this tunnel and found yourself transitioning into this next chamber within the many, many folding halls, you emerged on some sort of a rock and metallic lip, overlooking what looked like a rolling, chaotic sky on all sides of burning purple clouds and storms, flashing bits of occasional purplish blue lightning in the distance as little chunks of rock begin to slowly rotate and float, some close, some far off. Glancing up and down, you could see that you were on the outside lip of some extensive tower built of rock, stone, metal, and gears in some ways and shapes. You see it shifting in places. You hear the metal grinding and pushing, echoing throughout the atmosphere around you. The tower seems to curve away and then downward as well, almost like it's bending before it fades into the mist of the distance. And that was where we left off. So, Mighty Nine, as you all emerge here, the wind kind of beginning to whip your hair around, glancing out at this expanse before you, about 10 to 15 feet before you were to tumble off the edge into whatever oblivion awaits you. What do you wish to do?
What's this place called, Caleb? From the map, what does it say?
the tower.
Okay. Is there any passage on any other side of the tower that we can see from here?
You can make a perception check.
Yeah, she's watching.
Allura is watching from the mirror.
That perception check.
Can you see all these things floating around? Are there things floating around?
There are. There are various sized pieces of rock. You see two kind of collide and shatter, and the other pieces about 700-800 feet off to one side. Some of them are moving at faster speeds, some slower, some closer, some further.
I'm thinking of the Omega 13.
Yeah, there you go.
19. Why is this here?
19. All right. You do notice what looks to be a
Neither did
faint
we, massive.
green-blue halo around a circular doorway about 150 feet up the tower from your current position. You can see the edges kind of spiral a bit. Like the lip that you're on seems to curve up the side of the tower, and about maybe 2 spirals upward, you see a faint bit of a green-blue glow, and because the curvature of the tower, you can just barely see the top of the doorway that it's emanating from.
Is the shaft
the lip we're
curving
on continues walkably?
to the left?
Or from what you can see. You can only have a visual range of what's around
Steps
you.
or just like a slope?
It's a slope.
Just because I'm a glutton for punishment, can I walk to the edge and see what down looks like?
Yeah. So you walk to the edge and glance down. Yeah. And you can see the gradual curvature of the tower. Like it's like staring down at something that begins to bend, and your sense of direction upon looking over the lip begins to drift a bit, and vertigo begins to take you for a second. You kind of find yourself going onto your hands and knees just to kind of hold on to something as up, down, left, right begins to make less and less sense. You kind of pull back a bit after staring down into that void, and it's just the tower, and you can see there's that spiral lip, but in some places it's broken, in some places just gears in place of it. The tower itself seems to bend and shift in strange ways. It's not just a straight, solid tower. It doesn't seem to follow the general laws of physics that you're used to seeing on the prime material plane.
General laws of motion.
Armor, just so he doesn't fall forward.
Thank you. It's rather disorienting. Below is terrible. Perhaps we should go up and forward.
Is that the only direction?
Well, I think any direction we could go, but I don't know how safe it would be.
I'm gonna kind of
It
glance.
continues down. I mean, like you can go either way, either curving upward or to the right means going further down.
I kind of like look down and see if I'm gonna creep to the edge, do that like thing you do on the edge of a cliff, and see if I can spot anything in the down direction.
Perception check.
Oh, is it? Well, I fucking failed anyway.
Actually, you would have made a
I
perception check
grabbed
as
the
well.
back of
Go
Poe's
for it,
shirt
like-
too, just so she doesn't fall forward either. Because I'm already doing that for Ford, because he just
20.
did that.
Plus 2.
21?
20.
20.
Yeah, flat.
Okay. You do notice about 200 or so feet downwards, there are a series of rocks that are kind of rotating. A lot of these you can see are orbiting around the tower at wider and shorter orbits as well at different speeds. There's one about 250 or so feet down that has a structure on it with a very faint kind of, I want to say, a faint purplish glow that emanates from it.
I don't know how reliable direction is on this map. It's not traditional, but there is maybe a down and maybe up somewhat.
It's an astral plane.
Just so we're all
Sort of,
clear,
maybe.
down isn't the worst thing in the world.
Says Arcane Armory.
There could be weapons for us to pilfer and steal there, or borrow, or whatever.
Or to kill us, but it is certainly interesting.
Alora still on the mirror?
Allura is, yeah, just looking out as you're kind of facing it outward.
Alora, do you think in the Arcane Armory there would be things for us to take, or do you think it would be like dangerous things that we should steer clear of?
Yes, I think yes.
Cool.
Go to which one? Yes,
Yes.
to both?
Yes to both. I don't know. If this is an arcane armory for an archmage as powerful as Halas was to build all of this, of course he'd have things to protect himself, things he's gathered in time, and things to defend the things that he's gathered as well. Everything here is trapped to some degree, I'm certain of it. That's why I didn't go in. You're already doing better than I would have, so congratulations.
Yeah, well, we know he had a comparable library, so it stands to reason he has a vault.
Which has probably been pillaged as well.
Possibly. Or he
don't know.
marked that it was there and walked off.
Well, yeah, Yusa doesn't have much use for,
Swords
weapons and stuff. Maybe.
So the door above has a bluish hue, this one has a purplish hue. If there's a chromatic range, purple is further down.
Ah. That's very clever.
Think of it. Oh yeah, and maybe if we keep going up the tower, we'll find like a red door.
Just because shit is orbiting? Like, I give a little jump. Does gravity do the same?
It is. It's interesting. You jump, and when you land at a slight angle. It's almost like the further away from the tower you go, the gravity is more angled away from the tower. On the lip, it holds you vertically, but leaping outward, it seems to almost pull you back this way.
Cool. Very cool.
This is a lot.
Which way? Up or down? Up or down? I'm afraid that if we stay here too long, one of those things is gonna come after us.
True.
half of us go up and half go down.
Split the party. Yes.
Gut instincts.
Down.
Same.
Start down. We could always make our way back up.
Hopefully, it's 200 feet down. Is there a path in the same way down as there is up?
Yeah, if you turn to the right, it continues to rotate downward.
Sure, yeah. Odds are we're gonna have to go to both. So.
Yep.
I'm a little out of my depth. I'm following. This is a lot.
Down it is.
Let's go.
We're going down, Alora.
Very well, good luck. Please be careful. Seems to be strange here, just as time is. So,
How are we talking right now? Are things moving really slow
it's
around you? Or
very
really...
difficult for me. You are talking extremely slow.
So if I talk like this, does it like I'm talking like a normal person?
No, a very slow drunk person.
Oh, well.
But it's curious, at least. It seems to be manifesting strangely on my side. That's very disturbing. Amusing, but disturbing. Yes, it seems to be dilating the length of the enchantment on my side as well. Don't do that, please.
Okay, oh, that's pretty great.
He's so dead.
I guess we'll call you back when we find something else that's interesting or dangerous or life-threatening.
Remember that time?
Run! Which way is it coming from? Oh no!
You guys are just on the lip, and the doorway behind you, you can see a stone hand and a clawed hand come out.
Oh no, we're gonna get trapped going
All right.
down and we will never get like
Right
that.
down the side.
It's about a 10 to 15 foot lip, so it's not super like.
Doing that anyway,
precarious.
though.
I think we should move quickly.
No, move faster, Caleb.
Move fast so that he doesn't see which direction we went. Go, 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 go!
All right.
I just grab Caleb's arm and drag him with me as I run.
Okay. You guys continue rushing downward, hearing the sounds of this thing emerge from the doorway behind you.
Oh God.
Heading downward, you begin to glance off the side a bit, and you can see more of these floating islands and bits of rock. They're not heavily clustered, but there's a handful of them that are visible and occasionally shifting out of view past the opposite side of the tower.
Do any look jumpable from the lip?
Where you are right now,
Just in case.
make a perception check.
That infection says death is.
9.
9. At the moment, you don't see anything of that kind. You guys go rushing down, jumping along the side, or running along the sides. There's a flash of purple light not far off, like a bolt of lightning streaks across the sky from one of these wispy clouds to another. You kind of shield your eyes for a moment and continue downward as the rumbles continue to tear through the vicinity. You come around the edge, and it looks like a giant set of gears now block the path where you're at. One's moving faster than the other, and every time it snaps into place, you hear a metal.
Does it look like we have to jump from one gear and like try to time it to where we don't get smushed
Yeah,
and
it's just
jump?
like
It's up to you guys.
platformer style.
What are you guys gonna do? It
there-
blocks your path.
Is there gaps when it rotates?
Can you see through the space? Is
No.
there-
You are you there? One of the gears is about 4.5, 5 feet high, and a heavier one that's not actually intersecting with that one, but is overlapped, or it is overlapping one behind it. That is a wide, almost 20-foot radius gear that's half emerging out the side of the tower,
Completely blocking the passage.
completely blocking the path.
Oh God! So we could grab onto one and potentially ride it up.
Potentially.
I'll try it.
Does it look like there's a one that it would be less life-threatening to do that with? Like.
The one on top.
From your current point of visibility, there's the 4.5 foot one that's kind of like only a quarter of it is emerging. That's right there, and then the one behind it is much larger and goes much higher into the
and
tower.
it's going up.
Yeah.
Then we should jump onto the one going up,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then
Ride
just try
it all
to
the way around.
Well,
Yeah.
where we don't get squished, but yeah, and jump on
Yes.
at the right time.
Okay. Because only half of it is emerging. It looks like a buzzsaw that's like halfway put into a tree, so it's like partially obscured by the tower
Not
itself.
the image we needed.
So if we were to ride it up, we would just ride it to a high place and then know
Before
where
it
to
mashes
go.
you into its space in
Yes.
the tower.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
But
half
then we
the
could
goal.
theoretically jump over.
Yeah.
side?
You'd be 30
the
feet
other
up
side.
when you do that.
I'm good at this shit. I've got feather fall and shit. Not feather
do?
fall, but
You
You have safe fall.
slow fall.
Slow fall. Okay.
So let me see. Let me get up in here.
Guidance.
Are you sure you don't want some help?
I have the whip out too.
I
Just
think
in
I'm.
case.
I think I'm better.
You can hear the louder footsteps of this entity getting closer. It's just above the lip. Like you can hear its heavy footfalls hitting the metal lip atop you. It'll be down here in probably less than a minute.
Oh
What are you
God,
doing?
we should all just jump on. We just gotta jump. All of us just jump on the gear.
I'll go and I can maybe try and help catch people. I'm gonna go first.
Okay, so Bo, you leap up. Go ahead and make, for just a straight jump, make an athletics check.
Cocked.
Right?
Cocked.
Okay.
Plus a d4.
25.
Whoa.
5. You wait for the moment. You leap and catch yourself about 1 foot from where you can now see that there's the two gears overlapping as you catch the lower part of the gear and try and wrap your fingers around part of the lip, which has a slight groove cut into it. You grab onto it and look on the opposite side of this. There's about 14 other different sets of gears at different speeds that are all whirring into each other, and it's just a massive machine that, if you were to fall into there, it would eat you. So you catch yourself and start being lifted up on that side.
I think we need another way. We gotta find another way.
Come down here.
I'm gonna drop and like backflip off of the forefront one.
Approximately, what's the distance across that gear hell fuck?
It's about 10 feet or so of that.
10 feet.
See, we
10
could
feet.
potentially jump it, but
Or fly. Some of you can fly.
we can polymorph.
Yeah.
What are you doing? You jump back to where everyone is, or are you still holding on?
How much time do I have to hold on before I'm fucked?
You're now about halfway up, and it took about 10 seconds to get there. You have another 10 seconds before.
What are we
it
deciding?
reaches the
10
top.
seconds. I can also just drop and do this again, I guess.
I'm polymorphing into a giant owl and I'm grabbing up and Caduceus.
I'm gonna jump out. I've got a little bit of a gap before the mechanical hell pit, right?
No, the hell pit begins right after the gear that you're on. You couldn't see it because it was blocking it until you got up there and you
Hell
looked
pit is
down and
imminent.
saw it. Yeah. But you got 10-foot distance before the rest of the lip continues. What are you doing? You're at the top now.
You're still in the same.
I
As
will.
time slows in a brief moment as you make this decision,
I have a thing for this. I have a thing for
polymorphed
this.
and I'm flying around to the other side.
I am going to do.
roll an initiative check for me. This is just
And I go over to Fort, say, "Don't mind me," and I jump onto his back, piggyback style, and turn into a giant eagle, using my transmutation ability that doesn't use a spell slot.
okay. Make an initiative check as well. 9. Okay. You polymorph and grab who?
Not Caduceus.
Not Caduceus.
Because one's big, one's little.
Yep. You grab them and whoosh off to the side. And as you kind of curl up off the edge, it's strange. As soon as you get up, the gravity shifts a bit, and you're flying to the side. And as you get about 15 or so feet away from the tower, there is low gravity. It seems to almost
Guidance.
you immediately start getting super discombobulated, and your flight pattern gets to flap around a bit.
Oh God.
You go to cast it, and it doesn't work. Right as you
God.
see the creature emerging, its face, this large sigil of glowing blue, where the rest of it's just featureless, kind of stone void with metallic bits beneath, facing your direction, this faint blue glow. You go to cast the spell, nothing
That
happens.
means I'm just piggybacking you right now.
Yep.
That's fair.
I am going to think for a second.
To who?
Use it on the other side and then retract it, and you can go across it with the whip.
Yeah, myself.
You got Caleb on your back.
Who do you think I am?
Right. Bo, what are you doing?
I'm casting Step of the Wind. I'm going to spin a key point, cast
Alright.
Step of the Wind, and my jump distance is doubled for the turn.
Okay.
So I'm going to do Step of the Wind. I'm going to swing around to the other side of the gear,
Right as it reaches the top point,
kind of, and I'm going to wait for the apex.
it's right there already.
And then, like almost like a swimmer vaulting off of a pool, I'm going to jump and kind of do like a half-turn flip gymnast shit.
You got it. Right as the lip begins to catch, and you can see in that brief instant, there's just enough of a gap to catch your hand and then pull you in and mash you into whatever insides the tower awaiting you. And in that last minute, you jump off, sort of a backflip, arms spread, kind of keeping yourself as aerodynamic as possible.
3/4 turn.
Right. As you turn, the gravity shifts in midair. Right as you push off and you begin to find yourself rushing towards the tower. Your feet catch the edge of the tower and you push off, and gravity catches you right as you hit towards the bottom, and you land on the lip of the opposite side.
One of us will live.
You flap and land over on the opposite side.
It worked.
Go back to
I
what are you
dropped
guys
yeah,
doing?
I dropped them.
How fast is time moving here? I'll cast again if I can.
Okay, what do you cast?
Fly on the two of us, 4th level, so we
Okay.
both fly.
Doesn't work.
Oh, no,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, there's no magic here. Fuck it.
You get the sense here as you go to do it, there's nothing. There's not like if the spell fails, there is no magic.
Fucking goblin piece of shit.
And there's just that faint blue light emitting in your direction.
Yep, faint blue. Cool.
Now, it's going to go ahead and make an attack against you, Caleb.
Oh, shit. Golem's here.
That's a 23 to hit.
Hits.
All
So
right.
just Ford and Caleb against the golem right now?
Currently, yes. Oops, sorry.
You gotta jump up
Caleb,
and away.
you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
18.
18, okay. You watch as it has one large hulking fist. That pulls back, and you're waiting for this to come towards you. Instead, the clawed hand goes right for your throat. It grabs and wraps around and like crushes your windpipe for a second, and you hear like something and it's moving, and you manage to slip yourself out right as it clamps into place, and you're free. It's going to make its second attack. It's going to attempt to bludgeon you, since you're the one who's most like with the other fist. It goes forward, right towards your chest. Forward. That is going to be a 31 to hit.
Was that a 3-1?
3-1, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Rolled really well.
Yeah, it did.
So,
You take
Sort of removes any suspicion of staying and fighting. this
22
thing.
points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
this is why we took a rest.
That's it. It just it rears its arms back once more. You can see the claw in its hand kind of rotate, click into place to where it was previously, and preparing itself. You go ahead and roll initiative now that you're in this moment here.
9.
Okay, so you can keep going. You have not gone yet, so you get to take your turn.
Okay. I'm going to take out the dispelling stone and I'm going to throw it as hard as I can into its glowing blue face.
Okay.
Holy fuck.
You chuck it at its face.
Nothing.
The stone just looks like a dull rock when you threw it.
Cool. Right. Cool. Yeah. Cool. I'm jumping on the gear and I'm running to the gear.
Oh god.
Okay, and you're holding on?
Holding on.
Yeah,
to
you're
Ford,
on.
still on its
Yeah,
back?
for sure.
Okay. New round of combat. You turn and start rushing towards the gear. It begins lunging behind you. It's going to reach up and attempt to grab you by the back of the throat. Caleb, actually no, because Caleb, you're on his back, so it's going to go for yours.
Did we get any initiative on the other side?
You guys have just landed, and you don't even know what's happening on the other end.
Okay.
Like,
But we saw him coming up. We saw the golem coming
you saw
up.
him approaching quickly.
Okay.
After this round, I will say that you notice that they haven't followed suit yet.
Okay.
So after this next round, because this is all happening very quickly, it's going to attempt to attack you from behind. That is going to be a 23 to hit.
Ja, natürlich.
All right. You take
Changed out of
11 points of bludgeoning damage and make another dexterity saving throw.
God.
So that's a 15. Does that fail?
That does.
I'll use the Ring of Evasion, a charge, to succeed instead.
Okay. As it clamps around your throat, you can see now where the two parts of the claw snap together, two smaller little rings whir around it and close it around your throat. You invoke the ring, and for a split second, you feel your bones become gelatinous, and you squeeze yourself out from inside. The magic then releasing you, and it's a little uncomfortable, but you are free from its claw. You can now see as it pulls its hand back, the collar that it attempted to affix to your neck just tumbles off the side and into the void. Where its arm was, you watch as it. Well, for now, that's what you see.
Yeah.
It's going to attempt to punch you in the back because you're currently what's in its way. That's going to be a 28 to hit.
Yeah, I think so.
I know the ring of vision. So like things on our body maybe are not dispelled.
Equipment are fine.
I don't know. I don't even want to ask.
Actually, now you have the ring of evasion.
Right, so failed, so it's got...
Thank you for the reminder then.
Thanks,
Yeah. So, in that brief minute where you're like, this would have been cool if it worked, the alternate reality, as you're now used to looking into weird realities of Dunamis, you're like, that would have been cool. But back in this moment,
God fucking
The old Sherlock Holmes.
the collar,
If we were wearing it, maybe it didn't.
No, I want to see what happens.
the collar snaps closed around your throat, and then you get punched, and that's your turns. That's its turn.
You
guys
get the
both
collar
go
and then you get
Maximum
punched.
damage, correct?
correct.
Jesus.
And am I fastened to the thing?
No, the claw actually, or the collar detaches, and it just stays around your neck.
You have a collar on your
Like
neck.
a big, like a metallic collar.
Free attached to a wire. Is he still holding it? It's just a collar around
Just a
his neck.
collar around his neck, and it's free.
Metal
Oh, I don't like
It's metal.
collar.
Kind of like a dull, kind of steel brushed silver.
Okay.
What are you guys doing?
Magic
Get
collar.
the fuck away. Keep going.
Scrambling up onto the gears.
Okay.
Are we there?
So you're helping him. Go ahead and make an athletics check with advantage because Caleb's helping you.
Caleb's holding on real tight.
Go, you can do it, Ford. You got to climb it.
16.
16.
No, 20.
20. You leap up, and as the fist pulls back, it actually, as it slams its fist into your back, it almost gives you a little more weight. It hurts, but it gives you that extra push, and you end up being elevated to about halfway up the second gear. You hold on to it, your feet dangle for a minute, and you feel the gravity fighting in weird ways, and you kind of hold on with him, and all right.
As we're going up, I'm trying to understand. There's 10 feet of horrible mechanical
grinding
death.
metal, yeah.
And then above us is. Can we see our friends or no?
You can, and you guys at this point see now Caleb and Ford leaping up and holding onto the side of this gear.
See, they're fine. They're right there. Look.
Is there anything above us? Like if there's horrible imminent death here, anything?
Nope.
It's getting smushed into the building.
Up above you, yeah, there's the area where the giant gear pushes into the building, and there's just enough gap there to kind of grab somebody and drag him in. And there's about 25 or 30 feet above you before the lip that you guys had run down previously is above you.
No, that's too far.
Okay.
I got.
I
Well,
can-
Lash
oh,
is
wait,
only
it's not
20
my turn
feet.
yet.
It is now, because you guys now see them leap up, and you haven't taken an action yet.
So I'm gonna fly up in the air, and I'm not gonna come close.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I'm gonna fly up in the air and kind of like be at the ready so that I can snag them if they go to jump to the lip, so I can catch them in my
So
talons.
you're holding your action.
To catch
You
them.
fly over there and hold your action that if they end up falling, you can retrieve them.
Yeah.
You got it. Anybody else doing anything?
I'm gonna cast Bless on you, and you. Does it work?
The range on them is
The range is 30 feet.
30 feet.
The blange is 30
The range is 30 feet.
All right, so you have to get close.
They're within 30 feet right now, right? Because they're
If you move up a little bit, yeah, they're within 30 feet.
You can hit that. And does it work?
Nope.
It doesn't work. Do I burn a spell slot though, or is it just it's not?
Spell slots are burned when you do this. They just don't work.
So it's not in the view of this creature. That's good to know.
So if you're in the view of the, I'm confused.
No, it's just everything. Nothing's working. Nothing's working.
Blast didn't work.
Yeah.
I mean,
Would I not be an owl anymore then?
You've moved around off to the side. It's approached at this point.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
All right. Without putting like a full battlefield down for this scenario here, the rules are a little weird about this.
But I'll be back in minutes, maybe more. Hi everybody, I'm back. Headphones were down, everything was down, and of course the stream would pick up and sorry for this. I just need something, but yeah, of course the stream and people would show up the moment I step away to you know do the biology things and get something to eat. So. Hi Alice. Hi Brandon on the Brandon the Conqueror. I think I said like that. Brandon not Brandon Conqueror. Sorry, I'm pronouncing that wrong. Yes, I was totally AFK. But now I'm back. See? Anyway, here. Maybe I should have some giant lettering on the screen that just says AFK. Come back in 5 minutes. Yeah, I mean, I have a screen when the stream is paused. I just thought it would be like, I mean, I'm not here, the headphones are down, probably AFK. There's nothing, I'm not talking, stuff like that. So yeah, sorry for that, sorry for a little bit of AFK. Let's continue on. Day 23. I don't know why the concern. It's okay, it's okay. I'm not getting swatted or something like that. It's not a possibility here. Back to also.
I would say. Let me check one thing real fast.
Yeah, I was kind of curious if
Stop the chumps. Yeah, you got to do
this would work. Yeah.
polymorph.
In the meantime, though.
Well, I guess you polymorph. Did you hear eyeballs? Ow.
Do you want me to even you off?
I heard that.
His eyeball. Don't hit his other eyeball.
Oh, look, it's all
Depth
swollen.
of it is just like it looks red. Are
All
you
of this
okay?
makes me sad.
No, I'm real
all
bad
of
at this
this.
game. I'm real bad at this game.
No,
I'm real bad.
I would say yes, the spell does not
I
work.
mean,
You when you land on the other
it's a
side and put them down,
bio
you were a
break.
little ways away. That's why you had to move up to
Okay.
cast your
All right,
spell.
that's fair.
Spell does not work. You
All
are
right.
still polymorph.
Okay, got it.
All right. That was all I got.
All right, so you prepare yourself. Anybody else?
Yeah.
You land on the other side, catch yourself, and see them holding onto it.
3-point landing. That was awesome.
I can't do anything. I will just take a big swig of alcohol.
You got it.
I just
I'm gonna
say,
turn to Caleb and go like, we may have to jump. This thing might be our only hope.
Well, we're going to die up
Okay.
here.
As you guys are below, you can see where the rune is. It's blue. It shifts to green,
What?
and then this like greenish black cloud rises up in your direction. I need both of you
is that?
guys to roll Constitution saving throws for me.
Jesus H. What? Did I already eat all my marshmallow? I'm stress eating.
Okay.
Give me a marshmallow.
21.
Good.
Throw it in her mouth. I don't have any rope.
The colors change. Okay.
That's up your nose. That was so cute.
22.
22. Okay, you both succeed.
You can't hear me when Sierra is playing. Are they really that loud? Even now?
either. That's
Oh,
good.
God.
Just an adrenaline dump. Yay.
If
This
we
All
is
right, you
episode
guys
81.
both take 27 points of poison damage.
Oh my god.
Good luck at work.
Save?
Yeah.
There's no effect.
Fuck this thing. Holy shit.
It's your turn. What are you doing?
Wait.
Whose turn?
When his
Your
eyes
guys' turn.
shifted, does magic work now? Maybe?
I'm kind of
Is the rest of the
looking
group from where we are?
in this way while I
Right
should be
now,
talking
Caduceus
this
is about
way,
15,
so
20
maybe
feet
that's the
from you
mic.
on the other side of the ears.
Full.
Jester, you saw fly off and is like off to the side, a little below, maybe about 50, 60 feet off to the side there, and Beauregard and Nott are waiting behind Caduceus.
And Jester is an owl, what she is? going to dive towards Jester and free fall.
Okay. Caleb leaps off of your body out towards where Jester is.
And when I get within maybe 10 or 15 feet, I am going to turn myself into a raven.
Okay. What are you doing? You guys are on the same initiative order, so.
I'm gonna see what happens to him.
I was waiting to save you guys.
Well, you
I don't
watch.
know what-
You
I'll try it out.
all right, so you're waiting. You watch Caleb leap off of you as you're being lifted up higher and higher with the gear. Caleb just leaps off, plummets down, and then turns into a tiny raven.
Yeah, I jump too.
Ford leaps as well, off the side. Free fall.
I was saving my action to
Yep.
save him.
You dive down and catch him at his falling rate, manage to scoop up Ford right as you kind of catch up with her as the raven.
Question.
Yes.
Where is the collar?
Where's the what?
The collar around Caleb's neck.
Oh, that's right, because you're
I certainly didn't have time to attune to it.
No, what spell were you casting?
Polymorph.
Polymorph. Yeah.
When I got
Doesn't
close
work.
to her.
Doesn't work. You're still fine.
He did it when he's where she is?
It's the
Okay.
The collar.
There's no
You
magic.
go to try and speak the spell.
Wait, but I
you were
could
waiting
have
for
caught both
both.
of them.
You catch both of them. You watch as
Okay.
Caleb leaps, and you leap after Caleb, and Caleb continues to do the spell and looks confused for a second, and you swoop up both of them.
Brutal. We're going to run full speed towards this gate, I assume.
Yeah. We're going to the gate.
All right, so you guys begin rushing down.
What?
Can I have some of that flask?
Yes.
Thank you.
As
right.
you're running.
Yeah.
Okay. So, the rest of you are rushing down the side of the tower, heading in that direction. You guys just fly down to where that island is.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
happening?
Okay with any of this.
I don't know what's happening, but whatever it is brought to you by Dwarven Forge. Check out the latest.
That kind of looks like a dick.
It does. Check out the latest and greatest from Dwarven Forge at dwarvenforge.com. But I legitimately don't know
It's going well.
what they're
It's
sponsoring right now.
having different joints than the usual Gunpla that I assemble, which is a bit
That's
weird.
never a good sign.
Okay, there's
Dwarven
more.
Forge. There's Dwarven
This
Forge
is
on
the
the
island
stage.
that was floating.
So,
Oh, please.
So-
The floating
Wow,
island
that
has
map.
a door.
Wait,
Holy.
there's an island somewhere? What?
The island has the door.
This is void.
Wait, we're on
So,
this tower?
You are flying down, currently holding a Ford and.
Ford and Caleb. That's right.
it is weird. Like,
Right there.
even the hand joint
While you
is
guys
kind of differently
are
set up.
rushing your way down the lip of the tower.
The
You guys are much faster, so as you're heading down the side, you can see
This
there are
is the
these
ankle.
mechanical pieces of the
This.
tower where it seems like a single crackling blue type energy
And,
that you
I
see
mean,
flashing off in the distant storm.
brain,
Seems to be kind of slowly whirring and spinning.
like all of the
Like it's
joints
powering
are
the
a
machine
bit
or it's
weird, except
keeping
for
energy at bay. You're not
this
sure
one.
what the
This one is
functionality
shoulder
is
joints
of these
is
devices,
more or less
but
same,
they begin to
more or
line
less.
the side lip of this tower as it
Nah,
curves down.
it's still a little bit
As you guys are running down, you can see
probably different
Jester
because
swoop
know
down and you
more
would you
humanoids.
like to land on the island?
less
Yeah,
bulky,
I'll
I don't
drop
know.
them off on the island and then I'll try to run over and grab the other peeps.
Okay. You head over, drop them off, and begin to head this direction. You guys head over towards the edge here. And as you kind of look over towards Jester, you see this strange, like, blue spark off in the upper left-hand corner. And you see coming around the corner the golem entity with two arcane flame jets coming out of the bottom of a feet.
He's got jetpacks!
The golem could fucking fly. The golem is Iron Man. Jesus. He's sending Iron Man against them. That's fucking hilarious. Maybe I should bring in the mic closer.
Go in this door.
He's still gonna follow.
He's gonna, and then we're in a room with no exit.
We gotta stop him from getting over here.
Anyway, we'll say
Shit.
He can fly.
he is heading
He can fly.
this direction and is starting to catch up with you guys.
Oh, he's heavy.
He is. I couldn't find the other half of this.
Oh, fucking.
I lost. I don't know where the other top of this piece went right now, which I usually keep nearby.
I'll use it.
That's
Give me
what
that. I'll balance him.
It's fine. It's fine. Go for it. Anyway, let's go ahead and roll initiative once more.
God.
Initiative. Alright.
I get like
me first time assembling this kind of like more humanoid, humanoid model. I did something similar with Goku from Dragon Ball Z, but that's completely different, and that is like an entry grade. That is like, it's very simple. Yeah, almost no.
What color is the golem's face right now? Is it still green?
No, almost no articulation.
Back to blue?
Yes, it's back to blue.
That means those boosters are actually like mechanical or something.
I want those boosters.
You like those boots?
That brings us to 15 to 10.
11.
The shirt says, "Oh, the motherfucker needs sanity."
If we got one of those, one of his feet, I could probably use that as a jetpack.
Yeah.
What's the order?
Now, the question is the golem magical or
You
mechanical?
can see it kind of heading in the direction of you guys generally. He's the bottom.
Okay.
What are you doing, Jester?
I feel like if I get us in the air, it's gonna probably be bad. I'm gonna fly and try to be on the same side over here.
Okay, what's the speed on your owl?
That's a good question.
What if it's like a closet? What if it's like a pantry and we're just like
60
fucking
feet?
stuck?
What's it, 60?
60?
Distance-wise, you can move back.
I don't know why I made myself an owl and not an eagle, but whatever.
So 60, you can go over here, 50 feet, and be there, fine.
That's 50. Was that 50?
You still have 10 feet of movement from here.
Luno Jatrix Rex. Hi, hello.
I guess I'm gonna.
Thank you for stopping by in the chat.
If I went, would I be able to make it to the top of the ledge right there?
You could. I mean, this represents the tower
Oh, just
wall.
the.
This
Oh,
isn't a
okay.
ledge,
That's not
this
an
is a
actual
wall.
lip.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go 10 feet further away than.
This way?
Yeah.
Okay. That's your movement. You still have an action. If you want to hold your action, it's up to you.
I guess I'll hold. Oh god. I can't cast spells when I'm an owl, though.
Well, there's no spells anyway.
Yeah. I guess I'll drop the owl form.
I'm glad you're happy, Luna.
Up to you.
Yeah, do it. That's what you thought.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop the owl
I was
form.
gonna
and
ask
ready
more
my
about how you
axe
doing
just in
in
case.
that.
Yeah, move confidently in the direction of your dreams.
There you go. So there.
Oh boy.
All right. Finishing Jester's turn.
It's a bit
You got the form.
sort
Let's
of.
take an action. You still have an action.
Okay. Then. Fucking hell, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna. Huh?
Oh, you've run the blue face. Forget me. Don't listen to me.
But I'm far enough away that maybe I could do a spell and it won't
Sure.
do anything.
Why not?
I mean, you could do a cantrip and just test the radius.
Oh.
But
You bought the master grades
Shit.
and the EXS?
Don't hide. Why am I first?
EXS is that that's new master grade model? I don't think I saw it.
I'm gonna cast.
I still have a few master grades I need to build. This is I'm doing this mostly as not as joke, but like fun times building this.
I'm not gonna Sacred Flame him because it's 60 feet.
Yeah, you're not close enough, unfortunately.
Okay, this. And that's similar.
I'm going to. Everything's gonna be canceled the minute he gets to me, so it doesn't make any sense for me to waste a spell right now.
Okay, so you're just gonna hold. You're just gonna your turn.
hold your action.
I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold my spell. I'm gonna hold duplicity. I'm gonna hold duplicity for if he is not blue.
Okay, you got it. All right, that ends your turn. At the
That's
20.
as stupid as I'm so dumb.
At the 20 count, the
Don't
island
judge me,
shifts.
internet. Okay. Oh god, it moves.
Right.
It's slowly moving. It's now the golem.
But yeah, I have a few master grades, but that's gonna be for another time, and that's gonna be a long build. That master grades, it takes me. This is high grade level, but
It's at this point, he's
for
not
Master Grade, it's gonna take you so
equal with
much
you guys, but
to do more streams.
he's a heavy thing, and whatever.
And
it's
you're
powering
cleaning
this, you don't know
your room. Yeah, I should do that as well. There's some
It's
friends
mainly
coming
just
over
the feet,
later
and the
today,
rabbit itself it's fighting with,
and
so it's kind of doing
we're
it at a
gonna be
weird angle
playing
as it's
some
around the side.
board games. So
but it's moving
probably need to
slowly.
do some cleaning. Also, I forgot to do the other hand. So I'm gonna do these hands and these hands. I'm gonna do just hands. So I need A's.
So,
Caleb's out of it, right?
nope.
That he was in it.
He's out of it now.
But you do notice the head turns towards the island where they are, and that blue light you can see now against the storm. It kind of gives off. You can kind of visualize now that you kind of know what you're looking for. That faint bit of blue light that's coming out of it, and that big radius. It's a cone in front of its face, and as soon as it washes over the island, the sparkling doorway, which as you guys land and look at it, it's like this kind of shifting purple shimmer.
Beholder shit.
Blinks out, and it's just an empty archway.
But it's only if he's like looking at it.
Wow, Matt actually made an anti-magic golem. Jeez, that's terrifying.
As its other action, it's going to fly another 15 feet this direction.
Fuck! I thought it was just. Fuck! I could have stayed in out. I could have stayed in out.
Got a call. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys.
My transmuter stone out.
This model is out of this around so you can see it while I'm taking this call. I'll be back soon.
All right, you gonna move? Stay put?
Where's there to go?
I don't know.
Where
Okay, I'm back. Moving this, build it now. So sorry for another break. Good friend is very, very, very optimistic about playing a D&D 3.5 session and wants to help out optimize everybody, so we are going to be stupidly overpowered. I've started playing 3.5 as my first ever D&D system, but I've grown out of it. Like, I don't know. It was good when it was active then, and I liked 4th edition for a little time that I played it. But 5th is just so easy to build classes, easy to combine stuff, easy to just play bare bones classes and still enjoy them to no end. So I need help building now in 3.5 again, but still I don't know how that's gonna go. Well, we will see. I'm not gonna oh no, 3.5 is shit, blah blah blah, don't wanna play it, blah blah blah. I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna enjoy having fun with friends. Just don't wanna overcomplicate it, and I don't wanna play a Warlock again in 3.5. I already played it in one long campaign, so me just going back to the same thing would be disappointing or boring. So, I'm gonna be playing a Cleric in 3.5. Oh boy. I didn't play that many classes, to be fair. A little bit of Ranger, a lot of Wizard, Bard, Warlock. I didn't really play Cleric, but with the way they have access to spells, it's much better than for the Wizard and all that. And we're gonna do some homebrew stuff, change a few things, so we will see how that goes. I don't know, it's just theory crafting and building stupid and fun combinations in 5th edition is far easier for me. Maybe because it doesn't have 20 bajillion books and supplements and Dragon Magazine editions like 3.5 did. But it's growing, it's getting to that. Anyway, back to listening to Critical Role and not listening to my drivel.
On a rock, I'll go to the furthest edge.
Okay, there
That
you go.
way.
All right.
Oh God.
Now go to this corner.
You place it. There you go. Okay. That finishes Caleb's go. Oh, sorry. It's Bo and not now. Sorry, my bad.
Was Caleb after Jester?
No, I misread it. Sorry.
Okay,
so
no worries.
It's the goal, and then it's Bo and not, and then it's Caleb. So.
Oh, I am out of this.
So it's us.
fight.
It's us.
Yeah.
That would have been a really good information to have
I'm
before my
nervous.
Draw his attention.
I know, but
How
you
far
just
away?
learning things as you begin to see the
50 feet?
creature. This is the first time you really saw it.
100% gonna be
Was this moment?
How far away is he from us right now? From the island.
You could estimate somewhere between 50 to 60 feet.
All right.
Get over there.
I ain't got shit.
Well, I'm gonna rub my palms together and then and activate my maelstrom gloves.
Okay. Now you can see the lightning charging through them. As you slam your fists together and the lightning begins to charge around them, the energy device that's behind you that's kind of whirring, you watch the purple lightning begin to arc between your gloves and the device, and you do take 2 points of lightning damage, but the gloves now are thrumming, empowered.
Fuck?
Just need somebody to punch.
Yeah, I'm gonna like Hadouken chi charge this, and I want to hold my action until he gets within 20 feet of me, and I'm gonna blast him with some lightning.
Okay.
Up the butt.
Hadouken.
Essentially, yeah. Okay, so you're moving to the edge and holding your action?
Hadouken!
Okay.
Shoryuken!
Your turn. Not what are you doing?
How are you doing? How are you doing?
Hurt this thing, can we?
How you
It's
doing?
got a million hit points.
Maybe if we electrocute him, he's machinery. We could electrocute him. We could use water. Maybe water will like break him if he's a machine.
Really?
I'll shoot an electric water arrow at him.
assume anything. Just try something.
Okay, I will. I mean, he's not looking at me, but that doesn't mean I'm hidden, right? I'm not. It's
No, you're
not a sneak
You're
attack.
not hidden, no.
Well, then I will bonus action hide. There's nowhere to hide.
Nowhere to hide.
Aim.
Just shoot him.
You can still aim. They forgot that
shooting him.
rogues
It's not
on
working.
third level
Shoot
have
him in the
aim.
face.
Steady aim.
Yeah, maybe.
And get
Shoot him
advantage.
in the face.
In the face. All right, I'm gonna rush back to that thing, that tower thing.
Okay.
It's even farther away. How far
Wait,
can I shoot?
Back here, you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
and hide behind it.
Hide behind it? Okay.
How far
so
is
you
my
move-
range?
You move behind it.
Okay, sure.
What is the range on your hand crossbow?
It's 120, but at disadvantage.
Right.
Okay, so I will then bonus action hide and then shoot at it.
Roll a stealth check.
Okay. Not great. Wait, do I get
He's rolling.
advantage on stealth 'cause I
Drops
got my
dice.
You would.
Die. It kills something.
rope? 24.
Didn't even see a second
Okay.
dice in his hand. It was just like
It just
he
out of
pooped
nowhere.
it out.
24. Then they cancel out. There's no advantage because you had disadvantage, so it's just a single roll. Remember?
So I don't get sneak attack if it hits.
Yeah.
Okay.
You do get.
Great. Shit.
It's the problem with the long range on it.
Oh wait, but that was a stealth check.
Oh, that was a stealth check. That
Yeah,
was the attack roll.
that was a stealth check.
Right. Okay, that's fine. But for your attack roll, you do not have
Oh,
advantage
so
or
your
disadvantage.
stealth
It's a
check
straight roll.
wasn't at
Got
a
it.
disadvantage.
Well, then I shoot at a 16 to hit.
That does not hit.
Yeah, no.
All that work for nothing.
You see the bolt release, and it kind of fights the gravity for a second and impacts the side of its shoulder and just reflects off.
Well, I've got
Impact.
fucking nothing.
All right, that ends their turn. Caleb, you spend your turn banging the necklace.
Trying to smash it.
Trying to smash it.
I mean, it's kind of a spoiler. I know that everybody survives because, you know,
I will
they finished
use
this campaign.
Mask of Many Faces to try and make myself look like Halas.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Well. it's
Because you're
just
in
us,
anti-magic field.
Caleb. Okay. Should I try and chop the collar off?
Yeah. Give it a shot.
Yeah, fuck it. So I'll walk over there. Can I summon the sword?
Nope.
Yeah. Have you unsummoned it since last you used it?
No, I've just had it. Yeah.
So you probably
just
had
make
it, and it still had the glow around you, so it's still invoked.
sure. Is the glow still?
Yeah, you
Glowing?
haven't uninvoked it. Well, you actually you did sheath it when you leaped up onto the gears. So you would have to resummon it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can summon the sword with a bonus action.
Can you summon the sword though? Is that magic?
Oh.
Yeah, that's what we're asking.
Nope.
It is magic.
Cool.
No, it's magic whip.
He's so dead.
And I have a little dagger.
Alrighty. That brings us.
Is there a lock on the collar?
That picky lock.
Yeah, but it goes in a keyhole and
Also,
then
I
it
have
locks it.
Also, it's magic.
Yeah.
Also,
and not as it.
Caduceus, your turn.
Oh, is that the lock
I'll
dagger?
move, yeah, I'm over there by Caleb, and that's.
You move over to him and. Shit. Then turn around and fisticuffs.
Well, actually, with my action, is there anything on the collar that looks like a hinge, a clasp?
Well, I'll put it this way: Mask of Many Faces, trying to cast it is an action. So you lose maybe your action, but you can go ahead and make an investigation check to see if there's some sort of mechanism to
Okay.
it.
14.
14. Yeah, there is an actual a device there. It's not intended for a key, but there is a section where it locked onto his neck that probably could be disabled.
Okay.
Caduceus, what do you do?
Also beheading you.
It's like slowly heading its way in an awkward kind of zigzag path.
I'm gonna
over towards the
try.
end.
I have nothing except for I have one spell with 60 foot reach. I'm gonna
Okay.
try it. I'm gonna try command.
Okay. Interesting.
I like it. I like it.
Technically, it works in conscious.
That's good. These are good.
I'm gonna say
So you move up to the edge, look towards it.
off.
I like it.
All right.
Yeah.
Fine.
It's a wisdom save.
Does have advantage. Some save.
It actually fucking works.
The jets peter out.
It actually fucking works. Like, whoop, flip, flip off.
You watch as the jets peter out, the color vanishes, and it just begins to plummet. But it's strange. When you watch it plummets at an outward arc, meaning the gravity seems to shift in the other direction away from the tower, and it's being thrust that way. You see it fall.
You beautiful.
We don't have a lot of time.
Did the door come back as soon as
The door.
We don't have a lot of time.
Your sword summons. What are you guys doing?
We gotta go now.
How long does that spell last?
Not long.
Okay. That's what you say. Fuck balls. Have to use polymorph again.
I cut off Caleb's head.
I gotta kill it.
Fixed it.
Fixed.
We don't know why.
Here, the color is off.
I mean, that's the only option is to use polymorph again, yeah? To get everybody across.
Check out and see what room we're in first.
Is
and then
the
we'll
door
wait.
back too?
Yes.
I mean,
We're going in this place.
fair note. If you just jump, you'll keep going.
We'll keep going.
Uh-huh. Did he go down and out or just out?
You saw him like at an angle like this.
You try it first. You try it first, and then if you start going too far, feather fall, and then Ford catch you with the whip. Go. Go try to jump.
You want me to jump out into an abyss of
We gotta go now.
We can see how far you can go. Go try to
As an experiment? She's gonna toss me over the edge.
Okay.
Last bolt scotch.
Not as far.
All right, make a strength check.
Get ready to catch him.
So now you come over to argue.
I got my Castlevania whip at the ready.
Strength check. 9.
9. Okay. Go ahead.
Wait,
and make...
guide me. Could you? You didn't guide me.
Go on, guide me.
I don't know what's happening. I just had a thing happen and I'm okay with it. But that's it.
You shot put not about 10 feet. And you begin to fall. Gravity gets weird for a second. Your body kind of gyrates, and you begin to drift at an outward angle, but you're going low as you are now plummeting.
Shit.
At like fall speed or slow speed?
Right now, I'd say it's probably at a fall speed out this way.
I will cast Featherfall.
Okay.
Okay. So you drift from your falling speed to about there, but you are about 20 feet below.
That's all.
I'm gonna hold up my cloak like a flying squirrel.
Perfect. And
Crack the whip. Right towards not.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I'd say.
Do not try to catch it if it does it like you did before.
So I'm gonna have, if you want to try, because you're not trying to avoid it, you're trying to grab at
I
it.
guess I'm not trying to avoid this. No.
Right.
Good call.
So I actually give you advantage on the attack.
It is. Okay. 20.
20. Yeah, I mean, without issue. The whip wraps around and you catch Knot and pull her back up onto it. So Knot, you get up onto the side here.
Big one.
There is more hands. Did you just notice?
So that's your action.
Oh right.
More hands. More hands.
Bow. Not like technically, you were just thrown and grabbed. You still haven't taken an action yet on your turn.
I mean, I cast Featherfall. That's a
Okay,
reaction.
it's a reaction.
That's a reaction. What if I don't got nothing? Hey, Caleb, do you have a rope? Ford, do you have a rope?
Try to unlock the thing on Caleb. Try to unlock the thing on Caleb's neck.
All right. What thing?
Then you can use it as an action.
Oh, okay. Let me go inspect this thing for a while. How's
You have
it
the
look?
key. You have the key.
I've never seen this thing before. I have a key?
You have the unlocking key.
That's not an unlocking key. That's a locking key.
For a door.
So are you going over to using
I'll
your?
go look and see what's going on.
Okay, make
She's
an
yelling at me.
investigation check.
No, we're still in initiative order at this point?
Correct.
15. 13.
Okay, I mean it's loose because the creature's not acting this round, so you guys are kind of going at what pace you want to. Which roll, sorry?
13.
13?
Not great.
I mean, you know it's a locking mechanism. You're kind of inspecting it. It's probably unlockable, but it's a little obtuse as to how to do it. It would take you a little bit of time to try.
I'll start working on it.
Okay.
For my turn, I would have also started moving in the direction that the island's going to be moving to, just to try and
Okay,
keep
it's moving
pace.
into this.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then I'm fine then. All right.
Yeah.
But
All right. So what are the rest of you guys doing? There's now this large gulf between you and the island.
Yeah,
The
run to the
creature's
edge.
plummeting and falling out that
Who's
way.
next? Come on, just jump.
Just run and jump.
You had slow.
doesn't have a
You had
reaction.
so okay.
It doesn't have a
I'm gonna
crack
go
anymore.
back
He
to the.
doesn't have a whip crack anymore.
Yeah, the like.
I can polymorph. I can polymorph on the next turn and try to fly us all across.
Okay, yeah. That's better because I can't do the whip again. You're
Yeah.
right.
Okay. So
Do you guys want to go through the door, and we'll just go through the door as soon as it's.
I mean,
If he wakes back up, that door's gonna go away.
so it's all.
Yeah, we gotta go through the door.
Better not. Well, okay.
We should all go together.
Yeah, I know. Better not
Otherwise-
just split in
Grabs
half.
Not's hand and drags her through the door.
Oh,
Okay, never mind.
oh, but what if we have Featherfall and nobody? Okay, bye.
all right.
Shit.
Are you guys doing anything? You moved up, or you kind of just look over the edge. The three of you, you took your action in pushing Nott off the side. What are you two doing?
I guess. So I've got to wait a little bit of time before Ford gets an action again to try
Probably.
this.
Yeah.
If I have anything, I'm gonna cast Bless on the three of us because I got nothing better to do.
Okay. So Jester, Bo, and
we
Caduceus all have
a
bless. All right.
I guess I'll hold my action until anybody
Okay.
else.
So top of the round now. Technically, I'll let you go since the golem was falling. So now the golem's turn.
Complicated.
The command ends.
Oh, Jesus.
The eye lights up and the thruster. It slows down its descent because of the pace that it's plummeting, so it doesn't actually get its full speed back. So it stays put, but it's stabilized, and it's going to rotate its face.
Is it? It's not farther away than that.
No, because it plummeted the 1 round length last round. Back towards the island, the doorway flickers out shortly after Caleb and Nott vanish through it, and you feel like the blue light come upon you, Ford.
Sword's out, though. Right?
The sword is out,
Yeah.
though the runes have dulled. That brings us to Jester, Bo, and Nott.
Okay. Arms assembled.
I guess we gotta fight this thing a little bit.
Thanks.
No.
Yeah. What's the? Oh
I
God.
got some awesome lightning gloves. If you want to like be an elegant, I could ride your back and shoot lightning. You
Like
know?
from behind him.
Like
I'd have to try to fly.
like an ace spider, like you know, shoo shoo.
Just as a note,
know.
who has
Maybe
this
it's
big
not.
ass healing potion?
It's a blessing magic.
you for.
I do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Anti-magic field works
Um,
weird.
I'm gonna transform into a giant eagle,
Okay.
and I'm gonna
Well, I think it's.
pick up. I'm gonna pick up Caduceus, but I'm gonna
Well, we can start
swoop
working
and let
the
Bo
legs,
climb on
or
the back of
just-
my neck.
Okay. So Bo, your fists still charged.
Yep. Full
Reflex.
Falcor style here.
Yep. Up on
How
the back.
close do you have to be in order to make that thing work? Those things.
20 feet.
Okay. Now his cone is a 3D cone, right?
Correct. It's not a flat cone. Everything in this space right here.
You can always turn on his turn.
Time is
I know he can turn on his.
We gotta
turn.
be over.
Yeah, we'll say for purposes of just keeping you aware of where it is, I'll leave that there because you can see kind of the blue light emanating from the front.
The only option is to go high and get above, and try to. If he cancels us out, then we'll drop to the island
That's a 60-foot cone?
potentially.
60-foot cone, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have to go 60 feet straight up.
Well, it's a cone.
Well,
That's
it's a
not-
cone, so it'll
it's a
60 feet at its highest. So it's
I mean, if
probably.
he looks up.
Well, regardless, what are you guys doing?
I'm gonna fly.
I like the idea of getting over the island. It's cool.
Yeah.
60 foot? All right.
Flanges out.
Where are you going?
I'm gonna go
Very weird.
zoom
Strange.
and try to be high, like around here, to where I'm above the cone
So you can
and also above the
get to
island.
about above the island, you mean? Okay.
Yeah, above the cone, above the island.
It gets a little tight. I'd say you don't feel comfortable getting closer than that to where the island is. For
Okay.
fear of where the blue energy is.
Okay.
You can kind of see the faint drifting.
Okay, is that close enough for Bo to do her shit? Are we within 20 feet of it?
You're not sure.
20 feet is the square in the middle of that island for reference.
Yeah, so you're probably a little further away. You're too far away.
Those measuring things are awesome, by the way.
Chucker?
Onto his back. Do you want to? She's on my back, so she'd have to jump
you'd
and
have
then
to
land.
Thus, you already used your action to cast the spell.
Yeah.
So that you're out of
Yeah,
actions
Not
on
a
this
bad
one.
idea though.
you could leap.
Right, it's back.
You're in leapable
Bo and Caduceus,
territory.
you guys are within probably like 30-ish or so feet from the creature. What are you doing?
At least I'm
I'm
legal now.
gonna try command one more time.
This is
Checking
awesome.
one more time?
Flying
Yeah,
right
okay.
over the abyss.
I love jumping off things. So I'm going to
Well, I'm going first
oh wait,
anyway.
it's you. Sorry.
What's up to you guys?
I'm going.
Yeah, try it because you
Let
might
me-
be able to.
It doesn't matter if I
Tracking
do
me
this,
again.
then it's all good.
That's cocked. You are fucking lucky.
Oh.
As it turns around, rights itself.
Off. Turn off! Click! Turn it back on. Turn off! Turn it back on.
It is way over there now. This vanishes.
All right.
No.
Cool, tight.
The doorway reappears.
So we can fly in and go through the door.
Yeah.
Will I fit through as an eagle?
Huh? Could be a tight squeeze, but you can if you want to.
Yeah, and.
So, you guys all enter.
The door?
Yeah.
We made it out?
We made it, but
Because of 2 command spells?
but
Amazing!
the golem will be there when we come back, or he could come through the door.
Or he will come through the door.
Well,
It's a
technically,
door, and I barely fit through as an eagle, and he's way bigger than that.
he can if he cannot
Doorway.
turn off his glowing eye.
Tripwire next to it, so he'll
There's
fall.
no other door
There's
yet
no
out of here.
If that's where we are.
We're cooling
If
making
that's
a new
where
one.
We
Like,
could be.
if
in
he
the
can turn
middle
off
of-
these
this
magic
could be a
expression,
soul
yeah,
workshop.
he can
Out
go
of the
in.
frying pan into
Not,
the fire.
We'll find out.
So,
maybe there's another one.
I'm out of first level spells too.
What are you looking on?
Well
I got some.
used.
I got
I mean, like, seriously, we would have been
Deuces.
fucked if you had
Saves the day.
Yeah, Deuces seriously saves the day.
get to the room you guys are in here.
I used
Used up a whole
Which
bunch
one
of
will be?
14-year-old VCR repair.
one will
Just
be?
turn it off and turn it on.
You guys
Clutch move.
rush through one after another, stepping through what behind you is this double set of heavy metal doors. As you step into a chamber, you can see ahead of you what looks to be a cavernous hallway of carved granite standing 40 feet high and about 40 feet or so from side to side. And it carries back a depth of maybe 100 or more feet. You can see tall pillars, 3 pairs of them that are kind of off to the sides, helping support the weight of this chamber, each with like ever-glowing torch sconces facing inward, giving kind of a gentle flicker of firelight. The room itself seems strangely empty, like it's been largely cleared out or was never fully realized for its intended purpose. What do you guys want to do?
What is the intended purpose?
What does it look like?
Is there anything in here that's like sitting on the?
You can make a perception check.
Or are you able to do that thing where you see
Yeah,
things that
I
are
was
visible?
gonna-
Can you get this off of me, please?
Yes, I'll start
Is
picking
yours
them
still
up.
mute? I mean, can you
Oh,
can
yeah.
you speak
Can he
at
talk,
all?
or is it just magic that he...
No,
Oh, nothing?
Okay, I'll start picking his
go ahead and make a
14 perception.
okay dexterity check with your proficiency bonus.
25.
25 is what you needed.
Wow.
You get your devices into it. You find where the clamping mechanism is, and you manage to
Oh, is this
unhinge it.
really?
It
Like
goes
this?
up and clanks to the ground.
I pick it up and put it in my bag.
Okay.
Yeah, can I cast See Invisibility with the Star Razor?
Sure. Your vision spreads out in front of you, and as you glancing as well, there's that low bit of firelight around. You can see now these faint runes around the door that represent kind of the enchantments that connect all these different doorways from place to place.
The doorway that we came through.
You came through, yeah. Looking over, you can see kind of the faint glow of the enchantment that holds it there, that anchors them together. Beyond that, nothing else catches your attention immediately.
15.
Glancing across the way, you can see along the long length of road, it looks like there's crates and tables, boxes, things on the far end, kind of piled and shoved on the opposite end.
Can I call out that there are runes above the doorway, and I'm going to quickly start running the length of this room looking for any kind of similar runes on the wall or any sort of additional doorway that maybe we don't see right away.
Okay, make a perception check.
Yep, there it goes.
Traps. Check for traps.
Traps.
20.
They'll kill
Okay.
one of us.
As you're running down the hallway, you can see, it looks like there's storage boxes and crates and things on the far end, some that are tipped over, the top kind of left off. You can see a few large objects that have like tarps pushed over them, or like big sheets that kind of just draped over the objects. As you're charging kind of down the third of the length, you look and you can see on the ground what look to be like little bits of ash or dust kind of scattered in places.
Workshop.
What'd you roll again?
Or they're
20.
20.
burnt.
Yep, that's it.
Running down the
What you say, 40?
I'm looking for more runes. There are runes above the doorway that we came in. There must be another way out of here.
Runes? We look for traps and shit.
What?
Why don't you look for traps and shit?
I was dealing with you. All right, I'll just look around for traps and shit.
Okay, so are you guys all waiting for? Are you continuing on check down
Okay,
the hallway?
well,
What do you guys do?
Yeah,
I've been at this for, wow, 3 hours. And I still got... Well, there is the legs, the hip, the weapons, the head. So there is still a bit of ways we're dealing with this. I'm gonna have to pause for now. I will be back either later today or maybe tomorrow to finish this up. It's a bit of a late Valentine's, but sure, why not? Taking it a little bit slowly. I will be back currently in a few minutes. Well, maybe like 10 to 15. I don't know. With another gaming stream. So that's why I need to pause this. So pausing this, setting everything up. I need to reposition the camera so it's not pointing down and it's pointing at me. So yeah, pausing now, getting back to this later on. If you enjoyed this, there's less Gunpla streaming that I would wish to. I would wish to build more and more often, but whenever I get the chance, I do. So you can check that out, but there's a lot of other gaming streams, or come back in 10 to 15 minutes or so, and I should be probably back online with something else. You can always do the follow, subscribe, all of that, comment dance, and after that, as always, it's the stories that we play. See you around. See you